This is your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live. And I'm going to play the intro and we're going to get this show started.
He say, basement, boxing talk. You know I'm a warrior, right? Fuck that, I'm a champion. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. I'm feeling cocky. I hit a thing to beat the ring, a boof up like I'm Rocky. ASAP. Any opponent think they can stop me. I stay strapped. Chop tryna learn my moves so you can copy. You gotta give it your all. Gotta give it your all. When you're back against the wall. When you're back against the wall. When you the one people call. When you the one people call. To keep greatness involved. To keep greatness involved. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect.
This your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live. And I'm going to see if the guys jump in on the panel today. I know it's a busy weekend. A lot of people got things going on. And we see how it go. If people don't jump in on the panel, we just keep the show moving. This your boy Basement, man. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. We got a slew of boxing to talk about today. And I hope you guys do join the panel. If not, we're gonna cook without them. Yeah, man. I appreciate those coming out, joining me. In a rough week. Man. You know, we got through it. We here, man. You know, we here. We doing a show. Today, we gonna talk about, man, we got Colbert versus Garcia. I want to get your guys' opinions on this fight tonight. Colbert versus Garcia. And we discussed that. Also, today we'll be discussing too my man, Gary Antuanne Russell versus Victor Postol tonight. Versus Victor Postol tonight. Gary Antuanne Russell, Victor Postol tonight. We'll be talking about that. Also, too, we're gonna talk about, man, what did Canelo choose? Did he choose PBC or did he choose Matchroom? Yeah, man, we're gonna talk about that today too. I want to know you guys' opinions, man. Did anyone watch the Amir Khan and Kell Brooks fight? And get you guys' thoughts on that and how that turned out. And we're gonna talk about too, man. What should Charlo do from now? What should Charlo do now? What's next for Charlo? Let us know. Also, we gonna discuss too, man. Fight date coming soon for Shakur and Valdez. Fight date is coming soon for Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez. And then we open for open discussions, man. We open for open discussions. Oh, I got somebody. Salute to my good brother PJ's Big Dog. What's good, bro? What's good, man? Yeah, we're just getting started. Kind of a little early like I usually do, but it's cool. I'm trying to let everybody get in here before I start cooking, man. But, hey, I salute you, good brother. Appreciate you for coming through, man. We got some fights to talk about tonight. God Body News. Salute, good brother. Salute. Salute to my good brother, God Body News. Yes, sir. PJ's Big Dog, he said, Charlo versus Plant gotta be next. Okay, you brought it up, PJ. We'll talk about it real quick. With that being said, I feel that should be the next move for Charlo. Charlo, it's obvious he didn't get the Canelo fight that he wanted to, and it's just time for guys at the 160 division to start fighting each other, like 168 to start fighting each other. And you sitting around just waiting on Canelo to pick and choose you for that great big payday or that one big fight. I mean, man, you gotta hold his hand. It's like you gotta hold his hand through it. So that being said, I think a lot of these champions and top contender guys, man, need to go out here and fight other top contender guys in competition, and let the Canelo fight come to him if it do come to him. But everybody chasing Canelo and all that, man, it's watering down boxing. It's watering down boxing because at the same time as these guys are chasing Canelo and running after Canelo is he moving away from him. As fast as they running at him, he running away. You seen that? You just seen that. I got a good brother Brandon in the building. And AK. Hold on. What's good brothers?
Hey, what's up, basement? Can you hear me?
What it do?
What it do?
Mic check. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Hey, AK.
Okay, look at my man with that. he got his gear on. What's good brothers? How y'all doing?
All right, so I gotta let y'all know what's going on with me real quick, man. I'm out here at a video shoot. One of these days, when we maybe we're gonna sit down and I'm gonna tell y'all who AK the Apostle really is. But today we're gonna do the boxing.
That's what's up.
What's up,
brother
AK?
Brandon?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all good?
Yeah. PJ's Big Dog, what'd he say? He say okay. PJ Big Dog said, damn shame Canelo just gonna hold 168 belts hostage while he fights 175 and 50-year-old Triple G. Shaking my head. That's right. Hey, yeah, we gonna talk about that. Salute to my good brother G5 in the building. Salute, brothers. Thanks for coming through, bro. You wanna come in? Let me know. I'll send you the link. What's good? What you guys? What's good, brothers got to talk about today. We got the Colbert and Garcia fight. We got your main man, Antuanne Russell, fighting tonight. Okay, you got the gear on.
And I'm rocking the Gary Antuanne Russell merch.
Okay. Tell everybody where they get that from. Where
you gotta hit up Polo Twan on Instagram. Just DM him. He'll send you the merch.
Polo Twan?
Yeah.
I gotta give me one. Support him.
For you, basement man, all you gotta do is tell me what size, and I get it to you.
That's what's up, big dog. That's what's up. Appreciate it.
But I'm gonna have to mute my mic because I'm live at a video shoot right now, y'all. I don't want to disturb the show, but I told y'all I'll tap in. I'm just gonna be on the road all day.
It's all good. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. So, like I say, we got the Chris Colbert fight tonight versus Garcia. We got Gary Antuanne Russell versus Victor Postol. I want to know you guys' opinions and thoughts on the Canelo. PJ Big Dog say it's a shame how Canelo is just holding on to the belts and moving around, and they set it up. I want to talk about that too, man. And I want to know, did anybody watch the Colbert and Amir Khan fight? What was their thoughts on the Amir Khan fight? And with that one. And also too, what should Charlo do? I want to talk about that. What should Charlo do, man? It's evidence that he's not getting the Canelo fight. What should Charlo do? What should be the next best move for Charlo in boxing? And then also too, hey, we know we got the fight day coming real soon. We got the fight day coming real soon for the Shakur Stevenson and Valdez fight. I want to get you guys' opinion on that. Valdez is looking awful big. He's looking awful big. I want to get you guys' opinion on that. We gonna chop it up, man. First, let's talk about Canelo and Charlo real quick. We can finish up with that. Hey, Brandon.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Hey, give me your thoughts on the Canelo situation, bro.
Well, it's not really a situation. He made a decision. He's going to 175 for Bivens' belt, and then it's papered in that he fights Triple G in September, not guaranteed, and then he wants to fight in December. So I mean, that's the decision he went with, man. It was always an option.
And this was the offer, the Matchroom offered him?
Yeah, it's the Matchroom, the Zone offer. So he's fighting Bivens May 7th. I think they got it penciled in for him and Triple G, but it's not guaranteed that him and Triple G will fight in September, and then December he wants to have another fight. So, you know, he made his decision. He's doing his thing.
Good brother, Black Star Sports TV in the building. What's good brother?
Man,
Hey,
what's going on, my brother? Salute to y'all, man. Salute to you, man. And good to see everybody, man, and everything, man. Especially my good brother, Road Dog, Basement Boxing Talk in the building, man. And shout out my brothers, stream and everything, man. Get the word, spread the word, man. You got the best boxing channel on YouTube. And, you know, it's time we get to flow through here like it's supposed to, man, for real. And shout out to G5 Gabe in the building. What's going on, my brother? And Brandon, of course. And AKA, I know he ready waiting on me, man. AKA be coming at me. Nah, but my good brother, good to see you.
I'm about to say, man, who in the world let Black Star here, man? Ain't he bald for like 2 weeks?
Yes, indeed, man. Good to see y'all brothers, man.
Appreciate you for coming out, man. Chopping it up with us, man. G5 said Charlo should fight Demetrius Andrade, Benavidez, or Kale Plant. I'm agreeing with you, G5.
Yeah, I heard it might be some plant action going on.
Yeah, I think I heard something that Plant said he was willing to fight Charlo. something like that to that nature. But I believe it's time for Charlo to go on and make the decision. They're going to fight some of these fighters that might not be of Canelo status, but gotta make the fans happy. And then here it is. You just can't sit around just wait on one particular fight. So I'm agreeing with you, G5. I think Charlo needs to go on and try to go on and sweep that 160 division, man. You feel me? If not, he can play back and forth. 68 if he can. Call out Benavidez. Call out Plant. He already tried to do the Demetrius Andre.
He on the court. What the brothers doing, man? They getting it together over there. Got that let's talk sports on, man. What it is.
Hey, what kind of video y'all doing, bro?
So I ask too many questions like our basement. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna sit down one day, man. We're gonna have a talk, man. I'm gonna tell y'all a long story.
Okay. My man G5 said Khan look like shit. Brooke beat the shit out of him. Are you damn sure right? Are you showing your Cowboys?
That's right, man. G5, aka Brandon. Come on, fam. We know what it is, right? Have we recovered yet?
Dude, I'm all right. Yeah, I recovered from it, but it is what it is. I'll talk about the Cowboys in a few months when the season starts. That's all I got to do, man.
You said a few months, huh?
Hey, yeah. It don't sound like Brandon got over that.
Nah, he ain't over it yet, man. It's hard to get over, man, as the years go by, and I done seen 26 bro. Of them, so I'm numb like a mother.
Hey, yeah, you get. It's like one of those things where you say, okay, it's not guaranteed that they're going to win every year. You know what I'm saying? But can you guys get me to the Super Bowl? And you can get me to the Super Bowl, and I can be happy. At least get me there, even if you don't win. And since 96, it's been either we lose in some weird fashion in the playoffs, or we don't make the playoffs. So like, get me.
Buddy. That was the last time Glory came through.
Yeah, we talking before Blu-ray. We're talking when CDs and cable still ruled. Get me something, man. I'm always gonna rock with my Cowboys, but I need rings or something. My Mavs gave me a championship, so I can give them a couple more years. The Cowboys, you gotta give me something.
Yeah. So okay, D, this. We got the Chris Colbert and Garcia fight tonight. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth, man. I really don't know too much about this guy, Garcia guy. Does anybody know a little bit about this Garcia guy?
He about to get the brakes beat off his ass tonight. That's all I can tell you.
Little B hop on that business tonight.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the guy, man. Tonight.
He's a replacement, bro, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a sub because the other guy I think had COVID, but I don't know much about the guy. I wish I knew more about him, but I don't, brother.
Hey, G5 said, man, he good, man. He was 8 the last time them boys won.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
just imagine, shit, I was a grown man. See, some of them years, G5 kind of went by as he was coming up. He can ignore them. He can put them away. But I was a grown man in my prime when we last won. And from there to now, you see what happened to me. Wait, man. This is the face of a Cowboy fan who's been waiting. Wait.
Yeah.
Decades
my thing
going
is
by. Jerry Jones talking about I might die before it happens again. Shit, that Jerry ain't worried about you. Don't worry about me. I've been a fan longer than you own that damn team. You know? So man,
and that's the problem.
Got to be done, man. You know what I'm saying? And this year, I don't care. I don't care who's cut. I don't care who coming back. I ain't campaigning for no damn body. Who is on the field this year is the ones that's on the field this year. That's what I'm rolling with. If your ass get cut, you go elsewhere. Well, God bless you. But I ain't got time to sit here and be worried about, oh man, keep this dude, sign that guy. I'm not going through that shit. Who is here is gonna be here. And that's who I'm rolling with.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I don't care if we win a Super Bowl with a bunch of second string players. You give me the Super Bowl is all I'm caring about. I don't care if Zeke gets it. I don't care if Amari Cooper. I don't care if Dak is there. You get me the ring. Whoever is there is my hero.
Y'all tripping. We better not cut no Amari Cooper. You out your mind.
No. Now Amari Cooper. Now I have to differ on that. Yeah, I got to give you that. I wouldn't let Amari go. I don't understand that talk at all. That doesn't make any sense. He's the one most reliable guy that we got on the offense.
Exactly.
No, I didn't say cut him. I said that I don't care who we have if we win a Super Bowl.
Well, brother, if we can't win it with the caliber people that we got, that tells you we can't go with less talent.
Yeah, I think
I'm not saying go with less talent.
That's what's killing us, man.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying, Brandon.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care who we have. You give me a Super Bowl, whoever gets in the Super Bowl, I'm happy with. What I'm saying. Now I do think, and maybe I disagree, but I do think we made a mistake keeping Zeke this long because he's not giving us what we need for the money he's making.
Keep who?
Ezekiel Elliott.
Ezekiel Elliott.
You know what, man? This year I have to agree with you, my man. The production ain't there. And my thing is, what we need to do is get Bill Callahan back and bring him back from Cleveland. Because the last time we had a successful running game that was something we could count on was 2016 when Bill Callahan was the run game coordinator. And we need to bring him back. And look what he done for Cleveland. Look what he did for Washington when we let him go. I mean, that was the dumbest thing we could have done, man. That guy had the offensive line block humming like a well-oiled machine, man. I mean, we were top offensive line in the NFL. We fall from it now,
I'll
man.
give you that. Facts. Because when he was there, because he got the Cal. Didn't he get Nick Chubb over 1,000 yards this season?
Yeah. And old boy he missed like 6, 7 games. Came over from Cincinnati. No, Kansas City.
G5 said, hell nah, keep Coop.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about Zeke and Dak?
Yeah. But you know what? If the offensive line fixed, then I can understand keeping.
Hey, bro, you wild. The offensive line did a good enough job for us to win. Your quarterback just played like trash. Point blank, period. Bro, Joe Burrow got hit 50 times a game, and they still made it to the bowl. Your quarterback got to make better plays, man. You paid that man $75 million this year.
Yeah, Joe Burrow had a better running game too.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he did not.
Yeah, it was a passing game.
Bro, we had everything.
He was getting his ass whooped in the passing there. They couldn't pass protect for help. Bro,
listen to me, man. It's about making the right plays at the right time. Your quarterback threw an interception on a 3rd and 28. At the 20-yard line.
We had no running game this year, man.
Don't matter. But why you throwing it? It's 3rd and 28. Why are you throwing a pick?
That's why the 49ers sent us home. We ain't had no running game.
Bro, sometimes look, bro, listen. For one, you should have started Tony Pollard instead of Zeke. Start there. Okay. Tony Pollard is a good back. You don't gotta have a game record when you got the weapons on the outside that you got. Your quarterback gotta play smarter, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think the offensive game plan was right either, because they didn't run the plays that would enhance that.
Brother,
they wouldn't do that.
That all come back to quarterback play, bro. Your quarterback sets the tone of everything. If he's off, everybody off.
Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying about that. That is a factor. But for me, when it comes to the running game, that offensive coordinator is very instrumental. Because if I call the right play, it's going to be money every time.
Bro, Kellen Moore is a young OC, but he didn't call no bad calls. He didn't lose the game. McCarthy didn't lose the game. Dak Prescott lost the game.
I'm a different with you on that. It came down to it, but the point is,
the game
would have been totally different with that simple additive would have changed the entire game, because we got offensive linemen that's got to be gone, man. So great, man. We just got 2 years ago, man.
Connor Williams.
Yeah, he got to go, man. He got to go.
Okay.
Here's my weak link heavy time.
If I could chime in for a second, the problem is you're paying Zeke too much to not use him. So even though Pollard is in a better position, I think you're paying Zeke so much that not using him is a waste of your money.
But Brandon,
I think
he's hurt. He's hurt.
Dude,
why would you start a hurt back over a fresh back?
Well, it's because you're paying him $20 million a year.
He's
You
hurt.
gotta do something.
You understand what I'm saying? Are you trying to win the game?
Yeah, that is a good point, though, AK. He was.
But no, here's AK, here's the point. When you get that old and get that many hits as a running back, you're going to be hurt.
No, he had a torn ligament in his knee. He had a toe. That man had a whole torn ligament in his knee.
See, they shouldn't be allowed to let that man play like that because that's career ending. That can affect his life. And I wouldn't have did that much, especially when the team hasn't showed me.
But see, that's Jerry Jones right there making McCarthy play the man.
Yeah.
See, let McCarthy run the team, Jerry Jones. Dak Prescott got to play better, and Jerry Jones need to let McCarthy run the team. Let McCarthy run the team, bro.
But I tell you, if the running game gets off and gets consistent, then Dak is going to improve tremendously because that right there takes so much off your back.
Listen, I'm tired of giving Dak a pass, bro. I'm tired of giving Dak a pass.
We're not giving him no pass, though. He's not completely without blame. I get you there. It's going to be games. It's going to be games where your running game gets shut down. The 49ers got big D tackles, fast linebackers. The running game wasn't going to be effective. Only thing you got to do is play smart. Yeah, but he also couldn't run either because his injury was still bothering him too. So you got two of your best runners handicapped.
But see, my problem with it is this, and I think Dak's a good quarterback, but Dak always struggles against good defenses. For the amount of money that he's paying, he has to do better against good defenses because that's when he's needed the most. I think he's a good quarterback, but I think we overpaid and we could have used that money in other places to supplement where he's not good at, and we didn't. Now we're on the hook for paying him and Zeke a lot of money, and Zeke isn't going to get younger. I don't know if Dak is going to get better, but the other players on that team are going to get older, and you're going to get some and lose some. So you got to figure out what's more important, making these players happy or winning a Super Bowl.
Check this out. The name of this show is Basement Boxing. Can we get back to boxing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Salute to my good brother Roderick. Salute to my good brother Roderick in the building, bro.
Hey, let's get back to boxing, man. We can get on the Cowboy Tri-Town some other time.
Yeah, hey, we can do that tomorrow on Black Star Sports TV if y'all brothers want to come over. We'll do some little of that too. But yeah, man. To go back to the first fight you was talking about, Canelo, man. I gotta get this off my chest with this sentiment, man. Because I'm over and beyond with sentiment at this point. I don't want to hear no more talk about how great Cinnamon is. I don't want to hear nothing about what he done did and how he's the face of boxing. And I don't want to hear nothing because he's a sucker, man. How you gonna duck? I'm $100 million offer, man. I mean, you gonna duck, goose, motherfucker. That's what we got right here. We got him right there. He ain't trying, man. Bivol, he gonna fight Bivol. Like, yeah, I can almost predict it. It's another white European fighter. I mean, that's all he's gonna do. He's the white European champion. Give him the UK championship. That's where he is. He is the UK champion. He ain't beat no damn body else nowhere else. He won't fight nobody from Mexico. He won't fight nobody that's black. Come on, man. That's the best damn fighters you got out there. What you got? One or two? Now they done banned the Russians now because of the war effort that's going on in the Ukraine. So who you going to fight, man? You know, then it goes right back to the zone again. You know, come on, man. If I'm a BBC, Charlo and them guys, man, I don't even speak his name no more. I don't speak his name no more. I don't worry about none of that. I keep it in house. I go ahead and fight Plant. I fight Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Get them wars, 2-3 trilogies going on. Push that out there because I'm dumbing some real fights where you can really get some real accolades for actually winning, as opposed to fighting some damn body Bivol who he fought the guy in the UK not too long ago. He won the fight. He edged it out. But when I watched that fight could have won either way. So it's not like Bivol is all this great champion like that. So they're boosting him like, oh yeah, this is Bivol. Bivol, he can box. Bivol ain't gonna do shit to get beat. That's why he in that fight. That's all there is to it. You know, he wasn't gonna call better BF who could stand there and go blow for blow with him. Now he'll talk like he wanna fight, but he ain't getting his ass in there with him. You know, so you know he's on cap, man. He's not trying to do anything, man. So when people get to talking that Canelo, man, they can keep that shit because that man ain't showed me shit since the Triple G fight. I'm still waiting for him to get back and come to reality and join everybody else and fight somebody. That's what I need to see him do. Then y'all can talk that Canelo shit. Right now, I don't want to hear nothing. When they talking that Canelo shit, I leave the present. Hold on, man, y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
This is my thing on it. It's a 2-fight deal. So it's like, is they already writing the first fight off? Like, is they to me, with a 2-fight deal, it's like, is they already right? They telling me the Triple G, like, Triple G, you next after him. So is they already telling us right now, like, the first fight, he's already got the win?
Yeah. We seen that Colbert fight. Everybody seen that Colbert.
He already got the win, so then we just waiting on Triple G. So there's no need to even watch the May fight.
I'm knocked out, y'all. That's Colbert. Sitting straight up, but he knocked out.
This shit crazy, bro. It's crazy.
And then you're gonna fight Triple G for what? For what? You said all the time you didn't want to fight him, you didn't like him. He's a bad sportsman and all this stuff. And here you go right again, you're ready to fight him again. But I tell you this: if you fight Triple G, I'm rooting for Triple G. Triple G's got to pull that one out for me. Just one. That's all I ask, Triple G. You can take your ass on after that. But I need that one out, you Triple G. I need that one.
That's a pipe dream, Black Star. That's a pipe dream.
Hey, bro, we can't get nobody in there to go get him, man. So I gotta adopt some damn body.
Well, you better hope for the ball, because Triple G don't got a trail.
No, I don't think you do, but I mean, what choice you got now? I mean, there's only 2 fighters you can root for, because he ain't gonna fight the rest of them. I'm even surprised he fighting, because if you know what I said last year, I thought after Undisputed he was gonna go ahead and retire.
But
so the fact that he's still around is surprising to me. But it seemed to me like he had to do a lot of soul searching before he figured out what he's trying to do, because it took a long time for this shit to get worked out. He could have took anything. They had big money offers everywhere. He could have just grabbed something. Yeah, I do that.
So
all that. Yeah, what's Eddie Reynoso? Yeah, it's time to fight Charlo. It's time to go. We're going to fight him. Okay, here's $100 million. Well, now we'll build him. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Once again, you know, they want to use these certain fighters as bargaining chips to negotiate more money with people. But he's getting paid too much. You talk about somebody that's overpaid, it's Canelo Alvarez. Didn't they just come out this week saying that the zone was $1.8 billion in the hole or something from the pay-per-views and all that stuff like that?
$3 billion in the hole.
So what was the benefit of signing this guy to this crazy amount of money for? For what?
Oh, y'all missed it. You don't know? See, before the zone didn't have pay-per-view. Now they got pay-per-view.
Yeah. That's the first.
You know why? You know why they did that? You know why they did that?
Why is that?
Because they know Canelo was gonna keep running the PBC for the pay-per-view money.
Yeah, but they need that pay-per-view themselves, as we can see. Because remember, pay-per-view supposed to be dead.
Yeah,
supposed to be gone.
But in order for me to keep the cash cow, I need to do pay-per-view.
Yeah, because you got to make that money. They couldn't get it. That's their whole model it couldn't work.
I ain't mad at them, bro. Listen, man. Let them keep all that Euro stuff over there. Go ahead, go play with Triple G and Revolve. Move on. We got bigger fish to fry. Let them have it. Let them have it.
Canelo is now and will forever be known as the white boy. He's no longer Mexican in my book.
Let him have it.
UK,
let them have it, bro. We got other good stuff going on. Let them have that. Yeah. Let the people get on their YouTube show and talk about how PBC was so desperate for Canelo and PBC is in shambles because Canelo didn't. Let them have all of that, man. Let them have their fun, bro.
Facts. Yeah, that's what they did, man. They did all of that, you know.
Yeah, definitely did. Damn. It's a damn shame, man. It's just a damn shame, man. So that's why I say, like, it's now. I mean, shit.
Nah, what I want to hear right now, Brandon. Tell us how Canelo fighting Bivol and Triple G is good for boxing. I want you to woo me with that.
Well, the Triple G fight isn't guaranteed. It's penciled in. That's not a fight that's guaranteed to happen. The reason why he's fighting Bivol on his own because they sat down and negotiated and talked. PBC they just said we made an offer. We didn't talk and negotiate or anything with Canelo. So Canelo says, look, the ones who are going to negotiate, talk with me, Let's figure out how we can get some things going, get my guys on undercards. I'm going to go with that because he has his promotional company. So for him, if I take less money, but you're going to pay my promotional company to do the show, as well as get my guys that I promote on the card, that's not bad business. Plus he wants to fight in December, which is another $60 million. So he might make $160 million for 3 fights this year. I mean, plus the production cost he's going to get. So it's not a bad move business-wise for him. Because
Brandon, come on, Brandon. Listen.
No, I mean, dude, you asked me a question. You're thinking about what the fans want. I'm looking at it.
No. I'm saying Brandon. Listen. Now, he's worked with these people a million times. He's worked with them very effortlessly on many occasions. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. If I can make a bag, like you said, making all these bags, and I can fight that I know I guarantee wins, why not? Why not? Who wouldn't? Why not? You know what I mean? This is America. If you get to play the Golden State Warriors and you got KD, then do it.
Well, let me ask you this question here, AK. If I come to you and say, look, I'll give you $100 million, and that's all I tell you, and Black Star comes to you and says, look, I'll give you $85 million, but I'll give you another 60-some million if you fight again. I'm going to give your guys this. I'm going to give your guys that. I'm going to give you all these other incentives, and you tell me if it works for you or not. The fact that I'm asking you, what do you want and what can I do to make you happy, is going to have an effect on you. Now, maybe the other person is, I'm offering you more money for 2 fights, but offering me something and talking with me and trying to figure out how you can make me happy goes a long way. That's just the fact that you make me happy. That's all it is.
Listen, let's be clear. The zone needed that deal just very, very badly, and they went over and under round corners and did whatever they got to do to try to beat. Like, it's not like Canelo doesn't have a relationship with Al and the people over there. He's been around him for years. He voiced, when he was getting ready for the Billy Joe Saunders fight, he voiced how he has no problem with Al. So he don't have a problem with them. He don't have a problem talking with them. That ain't it.
Well, the thing is, you still have to talk to me. The thing is, if you say, hey, I'm offering you this, but I'm not asking you what you want, I'm not trying to negotiate, I'm offering you this, that's a different story. It's just simple. It's simple. It's purely business. The back and forth communication works a lot more than one-way communication.
Okay. I see what my brother Brandon be saying. You know, he come in with
that's all it is.
With that reasoning, man, from that promotional side, and I feel you, bro. For me as a fan, I'm sick of Canelo. I don't care. I don't care about business. I want you to get your ass in that ring and fight some damn body. I'm enough of this shit. Everybody else gotta fight somebody.
Yeah, now here's my thing. Now that if PBC has $100 million that they've been able to come up with for Canelo, take a third of that, go sign Crawford to a 3-fight deal. Because if you have $100 million, you can give Crawford $33 million for 3 or 4 fights. So go get this man, sign him. He's a free agent, and make something happen.
Okay, now that being said, it sounds good. I like that because that definitely will make things happen, and it should, man. Because you got a talent sitting right there that ought to be utilized more, and I feel that way about Bud. You know, I have my criticism, but he's a good fighter. And after the Earl fight, you know, have his plan B, figuring out where he's gonna go after that. But who would you like to see him fight after Earl? Let's go with the scenario. Like I've already figured, he's not gonna beat Earl. So what happens next if that happens, in your opinion?
If Crawford beats Earl?
No, you know I don't see that happening.
No, is that what you just said though? If Crawford beats Earl, or if Crawford loses to Earl?
When he loses to Earl, what should he do? Because he said a 3-fight deal. So one, you fight Earl. We figure that. So if you lose that, then who's the next 2 fights you see him fighting if that happens?
If it was me, I said 3-fight deal, maybe 2-fight deal is better. But I would say this: maybe get him in there with Keith Thurman in the summer. If they can make a fight for Spence in the fall, and then after that, maybe give him Charlo or something. You know, win or lose, give him Charlo, because that way you can say, look, I put you in the ring with 3 decent guys.
Check.
you know, you're gonna get a good payday for it at least, and you know,
Roger, let me tell you
There you go.
something, bro. Ain't no way in the hell Bud is gonna be Earl. Thank you. I'm done.
But I mean, but you know, but the way I would do it if it was me with Crawford, if I was PBC, get him at least 2 fights. So look, give me 2 fights. We'll give you $10 million guaranteed each fight, at least. Maybe some part of pay-per-view, and make the best fights that you can make for him. Because the thing is, if you make the best fights that are there, they'll be profitable. You can't throw out Ortiz and Martin and Barrios and Thurman on pay-per-view and think it's going to be profitable because nobody wants those fights.
Yeah,
the
but
best fights that
Ortiz,
are out
he
there.
got froggy this week, and he called him out and said he can beat both of them. He want the big dogs. Okay, Ortiz. I like that, though. I like Ortiz as a fighter, so I'm interested. I want to see. So now
Ortiz said what now? Well, I missed it. What happened?
Beat Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. He called a big dog.
No,
and Boots Ennis too.
No, I meant King Kong Ortiz, the heavyweight. I was talking about him and Charles Martin fight. Like that's a fight people didn't want. It's on pay-per-view. You're talking about Virgil Ortiz.
Okay.
I was confused for a second. No, I was confused. I'm like, wait a minute. Why is he called out welterweight? He's a heavyweight. I got you now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man. But that'd be
I
interesting.
seen that too, man. I don't know if he wants that smoke, man.
Yeah. Hey, he want that check though. But
Yeah.
you know what? Pay that man. Because you know why? He want to get in there with somebody. Pay him. I don't have no problem. Whatever he get it. Pay that man. Give him what he needs. Because he gonna give us what we want. And that's the way boxing gotta be. And the fight fans gotta stand on that and make that happen. When people like this stuff Canelo doing, nobody should tune into that shit. I don't give a damn you from Mexico, cross the street, know his mama, and went to school with his sister. I don't care. Care nothing about none of that. He ain't fighting nobody, man. He ain't beat nobody, in my opinion. I give him Caleb Plant. But from Caleb Plant to Triple G, I ain't seen shit. I ain't seen nothing. And he wouldn't fight Devinchenko. That's another European. Now, why? When you going to get in there with Devinchenko? Maybe that's the fight we need to pander for. Because he'll fight a white European fighter. So we say Devinchenko, maybe he'll get in there with Devinchenko. And Devinchenko can get that one win that he's been searching for a minute. You know, this guy been coming up close, getting edged out by some pretty good fighters. You know, we can't throw him in the trash. He's a pretty good damn fighter. I got to give it to Devinchenko, man. Look, you know, his statures is a little less than where he really is to me as a fighter, but why not? I mean, he ducked him once. I mean, you know, they're putting him in there with anybody. He's gonna be Joe Schmo at the Scottish Bar next week. So who knows, you know? I
mean, what I predict is he's gonna fight Bivol, and I think he'll probably fight Bivol, Triple G, and then he'll go for undisputed at 175 in December. Because Joe Smith and Beterbiev are gonna fight this summer.
Exactly.
And I think he's gonna say, look, give me the winner of that fight. Let's unify at 175, which would be a good move. It'd be a big fight, especially if it's Joe Smith.
Different weight classes.
Yeah, because the thing is, to be undisputed at 2 weight classes is almost impossible. So in this day and age, to do that, if you do that, then anything you do afterwards is just icing on the cake. So I think if he does fight Triple G in September, he's going to say, look, whoever wins out of Joe Smith and Beterbiev, I'm going to call. I think it's Top Rank, so I'm going to call Top Rank, and we're going to make this fight, and we're going to get it on in December.
Hey,
that's what I predict. I could be wrong, but that's what I feel like is going to happen.
You said it yourself, Brandon. Being undisputed in 2 different weight classes is a remarkable achievement, and still a lot of people don't give Clarissa Shields her props for doing that. She's done that in less than 15 fights, and working on trying to be undisputed in weight classes. You know what I mean?
I mean, it sucks for women's boxing because they don't really get the recognition that they should get. You know, it's like they get pushed to a certain limit and then they stop getting any type of attention. But you're absolutely right. Like Clarissa Shields, that's the reason why they call her the female GOAT. You know, there's things that when you accomplish it, it matters.
And that's my one gripe with the PBC. They have not embraced women's boxing. And then it's a tragedy because if you partner them with Clarissa Shields like it should be, you know, it seemed like a natural fit to me. I mean, you got her, you got fucking what's it, Franchon Cruz. Matter of fact, she has a shot for Undisputed this coming up. What's it, next month, right? She fighting Cederos for Undisputed right there. Which last year I did a video and it was showing how Clarissa Shields could be undisputed in 4 weight divisions at the same time, and that was part of the equation. Was that fight happening? And then her fighting Franchon Cruz has earned a second time for that undisputed, which still could happen. You know, so it's a lot of interesting things there. And there's a lot of other young up and coming young women out here that should be getting some showcase, and that would benefit the boxing because you don't have the parity no more. You got the UK doing it, and the US really not pushing heavy. You know, Top Rank doesn't really do it either. So why these promotional companies is not doing that, and why is there no pressure from these women's groups who always on men about something here and there, ain't saying nothing about it? That need to happen. You know,
I agree, but I think because it's women's boxing that it's not. Women's boxing isn't big enough for them to say, "Hey, I care about this. Women should have this," because they know women are not getting the. I'm assuming they know women aren't getting the type of attention they should get, the type of support they should get, but it's not big enough.
And well, I don't know. Yeah, Brandon. Like also to add to that, man. Partial what is to their detriment is the fact is the UK, when they tally up their numbers and they always playing the numbers game, that's part of the reasons why their viewership is the way it is, even if any of it is true, because they include women, so you have a lot of more women viewers. Okay, the PBC Top Rank don't really cater to that, so they don't really pull from that as well, which is another thing. If they did that, that would bring another demographic of a fight fan to the fights, you know, and then on top of that, it's going to spurn future champions. They see a venue and an avenue where they can go and get showcased if they go out and excel in a sport, and they not doing nothing right now. Who knows? It's a young lady out here right now knocking grown men ass out. You know, you just like my brother here with $1 Million Baby. You know, a young girl ready, man. I don't want nothing. But you see what I'm saying? You know, they need a platform to go to aspire to. They come out the Olympics, they get the gold medals, they bring home that Olympic glory. What's the next step? The pros, the money, the cash, all that's supposed to be coming now. The household name, all that should be. But somehow in America, man, they shunning away from all that stuff, man. I don't understand that. It makes no sense, and that's what's devaluating the sport in the U.S. You know, but if you was pumping Clarissa Shields like you supposed to, in come all these women interests, and you got all this going on too, man, that's going to make the PBC even bigger. So when you have a pay-per-view with somebody like what they say, like the undercard with Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios, you could have threw a fight like that on the undercard, and you paying them less because so-called women make less money, right? For at least where you're starting, and all of a sudden your card has just been juiced up. People gonna buy your card because why? Oh yeah, Clarissa Shields is fighting.
Hey,
you know,
you see, that's what tripped me out about the way Clarissa Shields handled her business with Logan Paul. Like Logan Paul came to her and told her, like, you know, he was trying to put her on his platform or whatever, but he had one of the highest paying platforms. The one chick was due to make $50,000. He gave her extra $500,000.
That's what's up, man. That's one thing I gotta give him credit, man.
He gave her extra half. So that's why I be wondering, like, sometimes are we quick to shoot ourselves in the foot just because somebody offers us something and we don't turn it down the right way? Or you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what I'm saying. Like, it's just sort of like the Adrian Broner Jay-Z thing. Like, not to bring that up, but I'm just something like that. Like, it's a way that you could turn people down without being rude and disrespectful. And I felt that, you know, the guy was actually really trying to help. I didn't know all the ins and outs of the business of what the contract was, but I know he actually gave the other chick an extra $500,000 for a fight. It was like, damn. You know, and her biggest payday before then maybe was like $50,000, $60,000.
Huh. See, and what kind of message does that send to the other fighters when he want to get them to get on the card now? Who gonna pick up the phone now when they hear from him now? Who not gonna say, huh? Hey, how you doing? You call me. I'm answering too. You paying like that.
I think kind of what I had heard was like she was saying like she's a main event fighter or something, maybe something to that nature. But if Logan Paul got to be the main event, and goddamn it, you making 10 times of what you really make. Fuck.
You gotta give it to him,
be
man.
first on the card.
Yeah, and you know, it changed my whole opinion of him, man. I think he's good for boxing at this point. You need that new fresh blood coming in hungry like that with that little revolutionary attitude, or somebody who just want to make an event and just want to give people a product. That right there is being lost because everything is in this corporate mentality of, you know, if I do these things, this is going to be my result. And you get locked so much into it that, you know, it keeps you from doing some things that is obvious, you know, because there's a human element to this thing. He is more in tune with that. And then when he does these things, like look at Amanda Serrano got on the card. She went on there, did that day. Look, there she go. But and I bet you one thing or another, her name is going to get more and more popular than Clarissa. Even more. I mean, we know her, but she's taking movements to become a household name. More so. Now she's fighting with Kelly Taylor next, right?
Right.
I mean, what more you want? She's getting more notoriety now. She's getting the top dog over there in the UK. She's getting that fight with her. I mean, this is the biggest one of her career right here. She win this right here. Now she got claims to be over top of Clarissa Shields because, you know, she say, well, hey, I beat Katie Taylor. I got all these belts too. I did all this in the MMA too. Her career is almost paralleling Clarissa Shields in a lot of ways, you know. So, you know,
but I think the thing though, in her case, and I'm not saying this is the reason why, but I think one of the things is also depends on who you align yourself with. I mean, Jake Paul, I think, is a hell of a promoter. He can promote a fight because he's young, so he understands what kids are looking at nowadays. But I also think, to what Clarissa was looking at, you know, she's in MMA. So she's trying to figure out other things that are going on. So it could be that Jake, whichever Paul it is, may have said some things that she felt like, look, you're going to align yourself and make enemies that maybe the enemies you make are the friends I have. So it could also be when you're talking about, you know, all this stuff about guys being this, being that. Clarissa Shields is a boxer. Jake Paul's not a boxer. He can make money anywhere. She has to make money with what she does in the ring. So it could be that, look, you're making all these enemies in the fight game. This is my house. This is where I live and eat. So if I align myself with you, does it benefit me in the long run? Because I may end up kind of, you know how it used to be with rap beefs. I may end up a casualty of your war that you have with this other guy. That could very well be the case. I know Kid Austin Dad was saying that, you know, that's something they were having with a certain matchmaker who was, you know, saying bad things about PBC, which I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm sure if you guys Google barbershop, you'll figure out who I'm talking about. That they were like, look, we don't have a problem with them. So if you're going to keep coming at them, you make it hard for us because boxing is the one thing where you don't want to burn bridges because you never know who's going to be up and down one day, you know? So it could just be, she was like, look, right now you're too hot. You're saying too much stuff that maybe I don't want to be involved with. So I'm going to chill for a minute. I don't know the situation, but that's just one theory.
Here's a good one. That's a good one. That's for sure, man. But I definitely want to see women's boxing, especially here in the U.S., get a bump, man, because there's a lot of good fighters that's not getting a chance, man, and that's sad. They deserve it.
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, they need to do more to give women the exposure they need. And what they're doing right now is just they're treating it like it is a second tier thing everybody thinks it is.
Yeah, and you wonder also, how come somebody like Christy Martin or somebody doesn't form something to say, okay, we're going to push this out and feature it, because they could do it, you know? Why somebody from the old school, or Layla Ali, why is she not stepping up and taking that venue right there? That's a great opportunity for somebody like that. You know, got the name profile that you just put her name to it, it's going to automatically just shoot through shockwaves through everywhere. Why not? And plus, you ain't got to take no punches to the face. Let somebody else do it.
Money. That's the thing. It always comes down to money. If you're not going to make a certain amount of money on it, then you're just not going to invest in it.
Okay.
That's really
how much
it.
money will we be talking, though, Brandon? I mean, you know better than I do. That's why I have to ask you.
It depends, man.
Because if we talking about women's boxing now, so the budget got to be much smaller than the men's.
I mean, but you're probably talking $150,000 to get a good show, like a really good show.
Yeah,
that's television worthy. 150,000, 200,000.
Now you think Layla Ali couldn't get some investors to invest in that event with her name attached to it? I think her name was worth more than 150,000. I think that's very highly profitable. As a matter of fact, when she do it, she need to holler at Black Star and drop me off my percentage because I said it here first.
No, but that's the thing. The thing is not so much that she can come up with the money, but the investors are going to want to return. The investors are going to say, "Look, if I give you 200,000, I got to see 210,000. Can you give me that?" And then you got to think, okay, can I make back $10,000 profit on it? Or can I make back 15%? Whatever it is. That's always the problem. Is if you're not sure if you can make it, then you might not do it.
I'll tell you how you do it then. If she was serious about that, what I would do is I would propose to them. Well, I'll fight Clarissa Shields, and let's say for a little money. I know she was talking at 5, whatever before, but this is like a Mike Tyson, Roy Jones type of thing. This ain't no serious fight. You see, it'd be a thing where you have the two done got together and they done planned. This is how we gonna do it or whatever. But you just do that to draw their attention. That's gonna bring in the money and all that. That's guaranteeing everything because it was already major interest in that fight already. So you have that, and then you stack the card with a lot of young talent. You see, so you get the eyes, you got the money, you got the stage, you got the talent. Man, come on, bro. Wait a minute. Let us do this, bro. Let me be quiet. We need to keep this on the low, man. We need to do this ourselves, man. Come on, bro.
Hey, get your promoter's license and we can do this, bro.
I'm telling you, man. Look, the new Don King, man. That's it. Don King got dreads now. That's where we're gonna look at. Only in America. I hit it. Shoot, them type of dollars, yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Like I say, I think the hard part about all of it is that boxing now has more competition, so everybody's going after the same dollar. When it was just Top Rank and Don King, it was one thing, and then Top Rank and Golden Boy was one thing. But now you got Top Rank, you got Golden Boy, you got Matchroom, you got PBC. I don't know what's going to happen with Bulabella, but you got a lot more people out there going for those dollars.
Hey, my brother Brandon, I tell you what, bro, I got the cherry on top right here, and this drops everything boom on everybody anywhere they want to do anything they want to do. The one miscellaneous additive that you must add to the success of the fight card or whatever is the culture. The culture. If you get the culture involved, you get Snoop Dogg, you get some of these high-profile rappers just coming in and sit down. Just come in there and sit down and be on camera. Maybe one of them, you got a new single, go ahead and do yours in the intermission or whatever. And you're going to have, you cannot fail. You cannot fail. So I'm looking at these people like, man, I'm tired of hearing y'all crying about this. It's an opportunity right there. It's obvious. I can see it. I ain't even supposed, hey, I don't, business and all that. I ain't never done all that, but I can formulate the whole lane where it could go, how I can get there, and what needs to happen to make sure it's a success. Then, that's half the thing, man. If you get that tied into these household names that's in the culture, that's going to attach your fighter's name to the culture, that's success. Rappers is talking, yeah, you like Clarissa Shields, I'm this and that, and the third and the fifth. Bam! Okay, you little young girls don't know nothing about nothing. I heard Clarissa Shields. There you go. She fighting. I heard on the okay, boom. There you go. I
know. I give you that, man. Like I said, they just don't want to do it. I guess, man. I don't know. But okay, Brandon. Fellas, I gotta get out though. Cause I gotta head somewhere. Yeah, if we get some money, we can do it. But I gotta head out, guys. It was nice. I gotta hit the road for something. I will catch up with y'all boys later. Good talking to you, Black Star Basement. I will talk with you guys later. Y'all have a good one, man.
You too.
All right, my brother. Good talking to you, my man.
Yes, sir.
Brandon in the building.
Yes, sir. The good brother Brandon. Hey, let me grab something to drink real quick.
Yeah, man. Yeah, do that, man. Yeah, I think that would be the thing to do. It would boost up Clarissa Shields already should have a whole promotional company pushing her anyway. That's same as Serrano, my fault. Excuse me. Because these two women are very accomplished. They all at the elite level of women's boxing. And they need to have that showcase. I mean, you got Katie Taylor over in the UK who has that backing her all the way. She don't have these struggles and these things that's going on. She got the popularity. She got all the belts. She got all the notoriety. She's getting rewarded for all her hard work. Why are we not doing the same for our own women boxers? And we got two of the best, in Amanda Serrano and Clarissa Shields. Why those two right there? I mean, there's other names to add in. I'm not disqualifying them, but I'm using them as the main two examples because they're the most accomplished at this moment. Why not? You know, there's no way a fight card like that is put out is not going to be a success. It's going to be a success because even to this day, right now, they have enough name clout amongst the hardcore fans to make the hardcore fans come out. And if your budget can get down to, like my brother Brandon was saying, 200,000 somewhere along that, I can see you easily making that money back. Easily. I mean, how many fight cards would have been electrified if they could have just added a fight with one of these two women in there, as opposed to having just these Mexicans just because they Mexican. You know, not every Mexican can fight. You know, not every Mexican fight is entertaining. You see, but you gotta add the spice and variety, so you can also add the variety in the stands. You know, some women they're going because they do going, and it's just a night out. But if you got something like that to add into it with it, now she got a vested interest in her own. You know, she don't feel like she's just going with him. She going to see her girl, you know, go out here and rumble. You know, women is big into sports just like men. I mean, look at the NFL. You see them all day long. I mean, they got a whole clothing line just for females in the NFL, acknowledging them fans. Boxing disrespects their most loyal fans, and that's the biggest problem with boxing. They do it too much, and that type of thing has to be, you know, addressed and corrected if we want things to turn around in the sport. And if these guys that got the big money and the connections ignore it, don't want to see it, well, that's where somebody knew there's your opportunity to step in, knock the door down, smack them old heads around, you know, take the crown, you know. I mean, look at Don King sitting out there. Let somebody go walk by Don King. That Don should be the guy to jump in there on that, man. You know, I'd hop on there and get on one of them apps or something like Fight TV or whatever, and like he did before with that the other heavyweight title fight he did, not the last one, but the one before. I mean, you talk about the best promoter of all time is Don King. I mean, regardless of what you want to say about the money, you talk about putting events together and exciting fight cards. The best that's ever been put out is Don King, hands down. So a guy like that, or even if you didn't know but you had the money, I called Don up myself. Look, Don, this is what I propose, man. Let's work this deal. I got this right here. I got all this paid for. All I need you to do is organize, blah blah blah, this, that, and the third. Promote, bam bam. What you want to do? A guy, he hungry to get back to where he used to be. You think he ain't gonna take that opportunity and listen to you and say, well, he know, he very smart. He know what promotion's gonna work and what's gonna go over and what's not gonna go over. He gonna be like, hell yeah, you got the brand. Let me call my buddies over at such and such. Let me call my other buddy over here. Let me get. All of a sudden, you got this big ass wheel rolling. Then the big guys looking over like, what the hell? PBC top rank. They paying attention now. But it's too late. You see, because once you get in and you get the culture behind you, and the culture is attached to your venue and your fighters, it's over, man. It's over. Anybody? When's the last time anybody heard a rock song? What's the name of a rock group? I would wait, but I ain't gonna be alive long enough to get the answer. It don't happen. It's the culture. It's no longer just black culture no more. You notice that. It's no longer that. It's the culture. Why? Because everybody is tied to that now. And if you don't be smart and tap yourself into that right there, you missing the boat. That's where it's at. Triller came out, boom, did it. It was a huge success, and people talked about it and talked about it and talked about it for months after. They still, man, did you see such and such? Did you see? And Snoop Dogg was on there. For months, we talked about it on the show.
My thing is, I wonder why Thriller never came back like that. They went for the Lopez fight.
Yeah, but see, remember that they had Mike Tyson and them had fell out. Remember in the beginning, and if they had stayed together, I think that was the most, because Mike Tyson is still tied to the culture. See, then you had Snoop and you had everybody come in, but that was the headlight because Mike Tyson. That's all you got to say. Have Mike come do the announcing. That's what I do. Mike, come sit down right here, Mike, and talk about Clarissa Shields. Well, guys, Mike, hey, when I was training, Cuss told me, you throw a right hand right behind the left hand, you get up, whatever,
Right.
You can't lose, man. You can't lose. So why not? It's right there. Hell, shit. You can almost look at Clarissa Shields. She making $1 million. Promote your own. Call some of these female rappers up. Call Eve. Call Queen Latifah. Hey, girl, listen, I'm trying to do an event. I need you to come through, shout some bars on my platform. Can you help me sell this? Why won't you do it? It's a lot to get in for them. That's a chance for them to get stepped out and get their name heard just a little bit more. And then you can take that to a network somewhere and look, we got these stars. We want to broadcast on your channel. What do you think? Oh, really? Oh, this is interesting. Boom. More people jump in. It grows. It snowballs. Hell, man. I mean, all you got to have is the want to. You can make it happen.
Yes, sir. So you said with the fight tonight, Colbert, the guy Garcia don't stand a chance, huh?
He gonna get my size up. Colbert is looking sharp, man. He looking really special. He not even looking like an average fighter. He really looking special. And he's calling out some big dogs, man. He talking about he want Gary Russell Jr., Shakur Stevenson. Something. I mean, you got your eyes at the very top. I like that. I like the skill. I like everything he brings. I definitely think he's an exciting fighter, and he's something to see. Especially if you like the sweet science, because that's what this guy excels at. But he has some of the attributes of a power puncher. He got some, he does a lot of different things. He's not really, you can't really put him in a box, and that's what I like, because you don't know what you're going to get, but you got to be on your P's and Q's, because you make a mistake, he can capitalize on it. So I'm interested to see how that go, and he wins, and he's talking about Gary Russell. Why not? Put him in there. Let's see what happens.
But ain't he fight at 135?
I think 130.
Okay. Right,
yeah,
but
he could go up there.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be still around 130.
Yeah, but I like him, man. I think he's a good fighter. I can't agree with a lot of his positions on things, but as a fighter, you got to give him his props, and it's good to see that we got these young prospects, and these guys need to get more recognition as well. Just like we was talking about the women boxing, take them with guys like Chris Colbert, Dude Martin, old boy from Philly, Cool Boy Steph. Look at that fight card, man. That is crazy. You take a $1 million and you split that around all them heads like that in that. But look at the card, overall card. People in all of them are almost at that level or just beneath the level where they're trying to get to, man. And if you get them now and they bust and you break them, oh my God, they coming back to do another event with you. And the stakes is higher now. More money in, more money coming out, more money coming in. Woo, boy. Got me excited, man. I'm going to go find me a minute. Where Donald Trump at? Look, Trump, let me holler at you, man. Look, what I got see here. We got this guy. We got Jerry Jones, somebody. Hey, hit me up, man. We can make it happen.
How you feeling about the Gary Antuanne Russell fight tonight?
Woo, man. Postol is in trouble tonight. This is my man coming out party. This the one right here. Now after this, I don't want to hear Bud Crawford say no more about Postol no more, because he didn't use that name and he done drained all the juice out of it. Now we got a new guy that's gonna whoop on him and took care of him tonight. He can use that name now. No longer can Bud Crawford use that name after tonight. I don't want him Postol no more. It's time for him to get in there with some real fighters and add to that name, man. Stop fighting Earl Smith's leftover. And stop trying to run the 154 running away from Earl. Talking about now that Earl done made it clear to it. Well, I'm not even gonna say it because I knew from the very beginning. Well, we knew. He said back in 2018 the game plan. I'm taking all these belts and then I'm coming to get yours. That's where we are right now in the schedule of time. The man says he tells you something and he follows up on his word, man. What is more manly than that? He told you I'm going to do this, and he did it. He did it. So now he calling the shot. What's next? Ugas, Ugas is lined up because he had the belt right. He got the hot potato. He got the belt right now. Was supposed to be Pacquiao, but Ugas got it now. Cool. Okay, all right, good. We're going to have this fight now. I'm going to get that belt. Boom. Who is left? The gold is undisputed. There's no way out of this. Now, all of a sudden, I want 154 now. What happened to the Josh Taylor talks? What happened to all this other stuff that was in 147? All of a sudden, now you can't be here no more because when somebody gets done handling some business, you next. Then he comes out and says, well, you know, Earl wants to fight. It's not Earl. Earl wants to fight like I want to fight. Everybody wants to fight and all the fighting. Man, I don't know what people been listening to or focused on for the last few years. It boggles my mind. Oh, my man Roderick says, Lucas isn't a walk in the park. Well, I tell you what, brother. How many losses is on my man's record? And name me the 4 guys that he lost to. Oop, I told you the answer. 4. And I only know one of the guys that beat him. Who are them other 3? Anybody heard from him and know anything about him? Names are never mentioned, man.
Roger don't like Spence.
You don't like Spence? That's okay.
I'm coming to see that he a Crawford fan, so he must
not care about Spence. Okay, that's okay, man. It's all right to like Crawford. It's okay. But I tell you what, after you see your boy Ugas get dismantled, you'll start to see the light. You'll start to see the light. Don't worry, bro. That's why they fight the fights. That's the best thing about it. Because we can feel any way we want before, but when the fight takes place, that's when we get all your answers. And that's the beauty of the sport. Because we can always feel one thing. You know, I've been right, I've been wrong. But you have an opinion because you're a fan, you know.
Oh, so, he said he loves Spence. Oh.
Okay, well, hey, there you go, my brother. Yes, indeed. Check out that Ugas fight, man. That's going to be a good one. And the thing about it is, man, Earl is so motivated right now and been so focused. He had a major training camp for Pacquiao already, coming off that into another one for this. And people talking all this jibber jabber, oh, he's no good, this and that and the third. And really trying to put him away, you know, like he just done because all these things have happened to him. And with a chip on his shoulder. And I'm going to say this also, and I'm going to put this out there, Basement. I want to see what you think about that. I was thinking about this very strong this week, man.
Yep.
Earl Spence, to me, is the Marvin Hagler of today.
Yeah.
How you feel about that? You see that?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the approach, the way he fights, you know, the flexibility. He can go either way. He can box you, he can slug, he can brawl with you. What you want to do, he got you. That's Marvin Hagler, man. People were saying that, you know, I know he said Sugar Ray was his idol. He liked Sugar Ray and everything. That's fine, but their styles don't match up. I don't see that. I think Sugar Ray is more like a Terrence Crawford, but I see him as Marvin Hagler.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I said that when Bud was fighting at 35.
Yeah. Because Bud is good. I tank on Bud a lot, but it's only on one fight. You know, I don't have no hate for Bud like that. But I pick on him when it comes to Earl Spence, though. That's my only little thing, but that's like a little friendly rivalry to me. Because, you know, I ain't going to hate on the brother, regardless. But as far as that matchup, I never liked that for him. And I always, you know, have said previously my reasons for that. And I just think he's just not naturally big enough and strong enough to be able to get over there. Now, he done beat a few guys there that I thought would be a little question and they would test him. And he did. He passed it better than I give him credit for. So, yeah, kudos to him. And I give him his credit, you know. Because I was like, okay, well, he did this, that, and the third, but we're not going to overlook the fact that Kell Brook had one of them yokes looking like livers. We're not going to overlook that and think that he's going to get in there with 154 Jamel Charlo and he's going to do something that ain't nobody else been able to do. It ain't happening. He's going to get in there with him, and if Carbinoculus can make you do the stinky leg for a split second in that fight, you don't want to take no right hands from Jamel Charlo. You know, you just don't want to do that. But, you know, people don't want to, you know, equate the event, man. But to me, you know, I just don't think going up there is a great thing for him. We need to settle down, go back to 140, man. He got a shitload of fights, man. Josh Taylor, you know, I mean, Teofimo Lopez, man. Put them names on that resume, man. Where them guys are going to go? That's the future of the game. Beat them now. When them guys go along and they have successful careers down the line, when they look back at yours, they're going to say, well, okay, to this point, we didn't think he fought nobody, but look at these other guys who may go on to be legends that he did beat, you know, in their prime. You know, why not do that? You know, they've been saying, well, Top Rank, we'll get him in there with Josh Taylor. Okay, I like that. But when is somebody going to tell me about Josh Taylor getting his ass back in there with Regis Prograis? Why Regis Prograis don't get a rematch? Can somebody explain that to me? He ain't beat the boy that bad.
Hey, that's crazy because Regis went from Top Rank to one. He had a 1-fight deal with PBC. I don't know what the hell. I don't know. That's crazy, man. Regis ain't he should be fighting, bro.
Bro, that's one of those fighters that's floating around that the promoters is playing with out here that can really be taken and made to do something, man. Regis Prograis is a real fighter, man. They won't, you know. And this is the thing, man. They do this all the time with Mexican fighters that we don't even know, haven't heard of. They trying to push out just to see what happens. They don't really know. They just put them in there because of styles, right?
Look at your boy. What's his name? Fandor, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Okay. He done worked his way up there to some trouble now.
Yeah, for the Eric Lewis to fight.
Because truth be told, he never beat Jamonte Clark.
Right. That was a draw. That was a draw. And from there, he been on 4 pay-per-view undercards.
Mm-hmm. Keep him out there, keep him pushing, keep moving. For what? Where's his Olympic medals? Nobody know him from a can of paint. Guy got nothing in his back pocket, but what? He Mexican. And they keep selling this bid to us. That don't mean you're a great fighter just because you're Mexican. It don't do it. They got a wonderful fight tradition, don't get me wrong, but that don't automatically qualify you as a great fighter because don't nobody compare to what the black fighters have done. And if we're going to be technical about it, I don't even think it's a conversation need to be had. There's no question about that. You know, ain't nobody got a history in this game like we do, but every black fighter ain't great. Same logic there. But the guys who have the ability to go out here and actually become a star is what you should be looking for. Not guys that go out there to just throw on an undercard. Let's go see them knock each other out, paying peanuts. You know, just keep fighting them like David Chisora over in UK. You know, 55 losses. We're gonna pump my knee out there talking about, I want Deontay Wilder. I want him to fail the power. Okay, put his big ass in there because he's gonna get ping pong and knock the fuck out. Why not? That's a good one for Wilder. I wouldn't mind it. I want to see Wilder come back, man, and get out there and do something. And for all you Wilder supporters who done fell off and done got quiet now and went into hiding and all that old madness, man. Look. Check it back here. You see that right there, don't you? Ain't going nowhere, bro. Ain't going nowhere. Couldn't get Wilder to come through holler at old Black Star, but Black Star still hold it down. I ain't without a frown. Because for me, he never got the due that he deserved at the end of that trilogy. And yes, I'm gonna say it, and I don't give a damn. The dude went out there, he applied himself, he went out there and he tried to do the best he could with the trainer that he had. In the earlier rounds, he made some improvements. You can see Tyson Fury really get befuddled. Like, what the hell? He didn't know what to do. He couldn't deal with this Wilder for a minute. In that third round, when he got hit in that magical spot, that's when he fell apart. But here's the special thing about it. That happened. He got wobbled and whatever. But he persevered on all the way to the 11th round and dropped this man 2 times when he was woozy wobbly in the brain. So he was fighting off pure will and determination. You know, and they always talking about who warriors and who's all this. They want to boost up certain fighters and they want to give them that. But nobody has given this brother his due on that, man. And we got to celebrate that. You know?
Right.
And I think it's a shame because all these cats that was, bro, all we lost. Oh, he lost. Yeah, I can't say nothing now. I got to be quiet. Who says? Either way, win, lose, the draw, man. The guy's a warrior. He got in there. He fought that big ass dude. He did what he had to do. He dropped his ass twice. Look at Tyson Fury when Fury got dropped. Fury looked up like, what the hell? He got me again. He ain't supposed to do that. You could see the shock on his face. So, you know, and all of a sudden his trainer had to get at him and say, hey, man, you got Huh?
Shout out to my man, Hawk.
Salute
from
to you,
Chin
bro.
Checkers.
Yeah,
Chin
man.
Checkers
Chin
podcast,
Checkers
brother.
building, man.
Shout out to
my
my
brothers.
brother.
Chin Checker podcast.
You want to jump on this, let me know, bro. I think I sent you the link.
Yes, indeed, man.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of things, man. Boxing can be doing so much better here in the States. And I'm so sick of this UFC and all that, man. Get that shit on with me, man. All that grabbing and holding on, man. Get the fuck off me. Grabbing and shit. Holding on, grabbing. I got your arm bar. Motherfucker, you better get off my motherfucker arm if I put 2 of these in your damn dome. But boxing, man, riling up the masses again to come to boxing events, making these fighters household names again, putting them on TV commercials, and really getting them out, making them worldwide stars like they can do. I mean, they did it with Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard. I mean, we already know these things work. What happened to the promoters who want to utilize those things to make it happen? It only grows your business by investing in these guys, and these guys can take you to the next level and create a whole new level. Why we don't have the next Muhammad Ali? Maybe not skill, but maybe in person. Now they keep saying Tyson Fury is close to him because of the personality, and I see it a little. He got a little bit of wit with him, and he can work a crowd and answer interviewers and stuff like that, and can be somewhat entertaining. So I see it a little, but there's so many other guys who are talented as well. Some guys will start out not being as talented and develop themselves into it as the years go along. Like Terrence Crawford, he doesn't say a whole lot, but he never had the mic in his face his whole career. Like from the beginning, he probably would have started with salute Rick in the building, man.
To the brother Ricky Williams in the building. What's good, brother? Salute, good brother.
Yes, indeed. They would start out like that, and then as years come along, with being able to get more experience, then they would develop more, and their personality will come out more. They get more relaxed, and they get out there and they learn the business more. Hey, man, some of these guys got that gallant talent. They good with them words, man. But getting those guys out there like a Kevin Kelly was. Kevin Kelly should be announcing for somebody right now. Why he not doing that? I have no idea, man. They keep wanting to give us. What's old boy used to be with ESPN, man? I can't stand that dude. PBC always used him. Damn, I can't remember his name right now, but they always use him.
Who you say?
The announcer they always use for the PBC that came from ESPN. The one that Floyd busted on him in that interview that time. Floyd be getting him, man. He got him and Larry Merchant. I'm glad Larry Merchant punk ass out of him.
Man, Larry old as hell, man.
If I was 50 years younger, I'd kick your ass. He should slap the shit out when he said it.
Hey, that was some shit. I got I guess Josh Taylor supposed to be fighting today.
Yeah,
I think
he's fighting the guy that stepped aside to allow him to fight Ramirez. It's all right. Ain't nothing but a little cleanup fight.
It's mandatory, right?
Yeah, a little cleanup fight. He gonna mop the floor with him.
Mm-hmm.
But what is next for him, man? It very well could be.
Ricky talking about Brian. You want to come on, Ricky? Probably ain't fucking with us.
Yeah, man.
Talking about Brian. Talking about Brian. Who is he talking about? Brian Kelly?
His last name. Yeah, it is Brian.
Dude from Fox?
Well, he was on ESPN. Oh, Brian Kenny. That's him.
Yeah,
dude. They always go to him.
With the gold hair. Yeah, I don't like the interview. He the one to try to interrogate Earl Spence after the car wreck. Earl stepped into that fight, and you can clearly see that Earl's face was still a little bit swole too. But Earl, I guess, stepped out and went to a fight. It was like he was interrogated.
Yeah, they want him out. They want him out next. They said he was next right after Wilder. That was a big call that went around. But check this. I don't know where Troy yet, but he should make an appearance soon. What about
he in Vegas?
All right, man. There you go. Put some money on Black, Rick. Put some money on Black, bro. It's gonna come through. It's coming on. Put on some money on Black, bro. But Tyson Fury, Dillian White, supposed to be going down. It's signed now, right? That's the word that's going around. It's signed.
Right.
All right. Now what's going? Now here's the funny thing, like we talked about before. Now, we don't like Dylan White. We don't think much of him. I ain't like Otto Wall. Ain't think much of him. But this could be the fight where the upset happens. And that's why I say you might see Troy, because I'm saying this because he was so. It seemed like things went so right for him against Wilder that the universe got to correct something. You see what I'm saying? Where he gonna get in there and fight a guy that he's supposed to take out, and we gonna be like, what? We can't ignore the fact that Cunningham had dropped him. Little light guys, light punches, done dropped him before. It ain't like he ain't went down. He don't have a problem going down. He will get back up. I give him the credit. He will get back up. But if you will go down, and if you go down to the right one and hit you the right way at the right time, your ass ain't getting back up.
Right.
So who knows? Anything can happen, but that's the beauty of the sport of boxing, man. Get him in there, mix the style, let's see how it works. He might go in overconfident. I'll just toy, I'll do like this, I'll stand tall, I'll stick my chin up in the air. Wow! Oh man! How come he ain't get up, man? I seen him get up against Wilder. What's going on? Why this? Styles make fights, man. Who knows? But I ain't. You're not gonna come to me to get no boost up talk about no Dylan White, because I don't think he's worth a damn. But I'm just saying. And why he was so hesitant to sign his contract, man? He should have jumped on that immediately.
Yeah.
But hey, man, here we go. We got that going on. Then AJ and Usyk, man. When is that going to take place now? You heard anything about it?
Nah. Yeah, you know what? We got to get Rachel on here, man. That's what we got to do. We got to get her on the show. She over there with them, and she got all the inside scoop on them.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah,
what's up, man? Because I like to know with him, because I know he said something about getting an American trainer. He even came down here to Houston. So I'm wondering, what is he doing? I do have a general interest in AJ. I think AJ is okay, but I think he need to fight towards his strength and stop trying to be something he's not, man. You're a big ass motherfucking brawler, man. You're not gonna go in there and outbox everybody, man. You got away with that with the Cheesecake Factory, but you're not gonna be able to do that with these great fighters out there, especially somebody like Tyson Fury. He's not gonna outbox him, so you're gonna have to do something different. What is in your strength? Tyson Fury can't fight you the same way he fought Deontay Wilder. That's the other thing that people have to keep in account. He was able to do something that was outside the box against a fighter who was outside the box. That's why it worked for him. But if they fighting inside the box, fights is very different. And this is what we're going to have in this one here. In my opinion,
Hey.
Do I pick Dillian White to win? I don't know if I got that type of confidence. But I can see things kind of working out that way, because, it's like every time he needed a break, every time he needed an extra something or whatever he needed to get him over, it happened for him against Wilder. Like he was already out, but somehow he got the extra to get back, to stay in the fight when the fight should have already been over. Stuff like that.
You saying the miracles are over with.
He said the miracles are over with. Yeah.
The miracles are over with. That's what you're saying. The miracles are over with.
All the big hoorah has hushed on him now. All the big hoorah has hushed on him now. They not all that big about Tyson Fury now. Tyson needs the Gypsy King, he's the play, he's the one who won't go.
But just look though, bro. It ain't really nobody for him left to fight. Usyk.
AJ Usyk.
You feel me? Really, do we want to see him fight AJ?
But look, if he loses to Dillian White, don't that open it all up in the heavyweight division again?
Okay.
That's a hell of a monkey wrench.
If he loses to Dillian White. But let's just okay, hold on. Let me go and look that up, brother. You said if he loses, right?
Yeah.
Now, as of right now, I'm gonna tell you what the casino got that as. As of right now, right.
Definitely
Okay, listen.
matchups.
As of right now, they got Tyson Fury is minus 670. Dillian White is plus 500.
That's the thing too, though.
And
you can't fight him the same way for Wilder either.
Now you want to know what's so interesting about this thing? This is that fight is April 23rd, which is a week after the Earl Spence fight.
Really?
But they don't have Earl Spence. You can't bet on that fight right now. You can bet on the Katie Taylor fight, April 30th. You can bet on the Tyson Fury fight, April 23rd. Josh Warrington, March 26th. Virgil Ortiz and Michael Nixon, March 19th. Lee Wood and Michael Colin, March 12th. Yaffe and Carlos, that beast. That's what I'm saying, man. They got fights tomorrow too. They fight tomorrow. In the Russell tonight.
On Sunday?
Yep.
Okay, that's what's up. That's good, man, because without no football, we need something, man. Gotta have something tide me over, man, so I could see that, man. But I definitely want to see some of these other matchups, man. These other guys get up in and make some runs for it. But I want to see Wilder back, man. I want to see Wilder at least fight two more fights. At least fight two more fights, man. I hope that's what he decided to do, but he gonna do what's in his best interest, and he earned that right, you know. But he brought something to the heavyweight division and to boxing that was, you know, really the paramount of the sport, man. It's like, you know, without that knockout power that he had, man, that he has, I mean, it really wasn't anything. He was the guy that really created the buzz for the division. But nobody really worried about no Tyson Fury them like that. Even when Tyson Fury was the champ before, I mean, yeah, it was like he the champ, but that's about as far as it went. There was no real excitement, like, you know, oh man, you got to see his fights because his fights was boring as hell. But they'll tell you quicker than hell, oh, any black fight is boring, he's boring, but nobody used that for him. Just grabbing on, holding, and all that old stuff that he did to get by in fights against small guys and everything. You know, I mean, all the cheating and all that, no matter what he did, they wasn't holding nothing against this guy because he had the complexion for the protection. Boy, oh boy, did it cash in well for him. But you know, you keep on jumping in the water, eventually you're gonna get wet. If that makes any sense. And it's time gonna come, man. And it look like, to me, it's gonna be an unlikely suspect. It's gonna be somebody you don't expect to be successful against this guy to get him. You know, that type of stuff happens when you beat a guy like Deontay Wilder, who was seemingly invincible. You know, he had the eraser for any situation. Even when he felt like he was getting outboxed, he just snatched victory out of defeat. And all of a sudden, that luck done ran out. You know, a guy who achieved all the goals. You know, and that can't be slept on. You know, the guy came from nothing. You know, he came off a beer truck and said, "Look here, I gotta take care of my baby. I gotta go ahead and do what I gotta do. So I'm gonna go in here and, you know, do what I can here and try to see if I can't get it done." And man, he got it done. Was the world champion. What's a greater story than that? You know. But now people silent now. Nobody want to talk about him. Don't say his name because we gotta laugh at him because he lost one fight against one fighter. You know. I mean, come on, man. We got to be bigger than this. If we're going to ride with somebody, we got to ride with them, man. When the wheels fall off, let's put some bolts on that motherfucker, put it back on, keep riding. You know what I'm saying?
Wilder.
Yes, sir. We can get some more out of this. He can be champ again. People act like, oh, it's impossible for that. Well, man, come on, man. This shit ain't over. It's only over when he says so.
Right.
That motherfucker right hand is magic. Ain't nobody trying to jump in that ring with him. You don't hear people holler, I'll take you. Only person is Chisora. But Chisora will fight any damn body, so I ain't surprised by him. But you don't hear Ace say, "Yeah, what I won't fuck down, tell you why I want him to come out and say we go to go and Sheffield, England, we'll go out there and I will take him out." You ain't hearing none of that shit. Quiet as a motherfucking church. I'm hoping that bus just go on down the street. Don't call my name no more. I don't want to hear that shit now. Tyson Fury handle you. You don't call my name no more. You know, that's where he hiding out there. But he, like Wilder, And that's a huge mega fight right there itself, because you got two fighters who are almost in the same position. That been knocked off. They're sitting on the sideline. Need to get back into that. You know, where's the big outroar for that? But he got to handle this Usyk thing. And I'm really interested to see how he does that. What is his game plan going forward? One thing I give AJ is he will stay in the gym and keep himself in shape, and he will apply himself to whatever you're trying to teach him. But is he smart enough and wise enough to listen to somebody like Lennox Lewis, who's trying to tell him, man, look, this stuff that you're doing, you're learning, it's only going to get you so far. It only did it for me. Only when I came over here to the States and got with a real trainer did I get the other part that I needed to be great. And it happened. And how can he be upset with Lennox for telling him that when Lennox only told you the real? He kept it real with you. Hell, what Kell Brooks say after Terrence Crawford? Man, it's different over here, my chocolate brownies, it wouldn't work. I tried to get him, and this there, but it's a different thing. He had to give it up at the end, You got to be smart enough to realize that. Now, you came down to Houston, you was running around here with Ronnie Shields, stuff like that a little bit. Okay. I got excited. I was like, okay, let's see what he look like now. What's the deal? Then all of a sudden it got quiet again. What's going on? What's your game plan? You definitely don't want to fight Usyk the way you fought him last time. You don't want to do that. If you go back and look at Chisora and Usyk, Chisora had the game plan to walk him down and stay on him, stay tight in the fight. He just didn't have the ability to execute on the level with Usyk. You're a guy younger, stronger, better, way much more athletic than Chisora is. Fighting the same style, I like that. You got a good chance. You get him in the corner, you trap him in the bomb, he drops some combinations on him. You might got something. I mean, this guy is technically not a real heavyweight. I mean, it's almost similar to Terrence Crawford at 147 to me when I see Usyk. I don't really see him as a true heavyweight, but he was good enough to get the title. He got it. Hey, man, praise to you. But can you keep that moment? Anybody can get the title in a one-off, but can you hold that, man? That's where the test of time going to be. And that's something that Tyson Fury ain't never proved. He got the title, but do he keep the title? That's something he still got yet to prove, man. So let's stay tuned and see what happens there, man. But I am interested in AJ, and it's not a thing where, I'm a huge AJ fan or nothing like that. I respect a few things that he done said and coming out and taking a stance for his people here lately. I give him that. But a lot of stuff about him I ain't rolling with. But I think that he's good enough that if he get the right tutelage in the right direction and he follows the decent game plan, he got a shot to beat anybody. So why not?
Right. I agree, brother.
Sharing the screen, y'all. Yeah.
Nah, I'm out of I was about to try to put up something on the screen. Yeah, bro. Oh, Australia opened up, so it's gonna. I wonder what's gonna happen really with this. This pressure can be applied to Cambosis now.
Oh, they open now.
Yeah, I just read it yesterday. They said Australia's opening up. People could come flying to Australia. And the COVID shit is going. It's just crazy, man. Because now,
yeah, they said Lomachenko pulled out that fight negotiation.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. So hopefully Devin Haney can get his chance. Devin Haney can get his chance. If it's gonna be like pulling teeth. But I feel the Bill and Devin, they can put it together, man, and make it happen. I mean, he wanted to do some Earl Spence shit, but which will add to his legacy. He wanted to go over there in Australia, fight this kid in his background, in his own backyard, and it's probably gonna be the most fans that Haney has ever seen. Besides concerts. I mean, he ain't never seen 60,000. He ain't never fought 60,000 fans in one arena. It don't happen. Only fighters in the fight like that is Floyd, Canelo, Earl. He was on them cards. And shit, you gotta think, even if he was on the Earl card, until Earl got in the ring, the whole place wasn't packed. The whole place wasn't packed until he got in the ring.
Man, but Devin Haney got to be smart and stick to his strength. And don't listen to all this stuff about punching power and get sucked into something. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Good,
What's
Troy.
going on, bro?
That's good, Troy. We just chopping it up, man. You hear us, man. We freestyling now, man.
And your boy signed. You got to hop on here. I got to hear it, man.
Yeah,
you got to make
boy,
me a believer.
White has signed, bro. He signed. And you campaigned for this fight. And you actually got it, brother. I salute you, bro. I salute you,
You need
bro.
to make me a believer so I can put a couple dollars down on this.
I salute you, bro. You campaigned for this fight, bro.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but like I was saying, Devin Haney can't let these people con him into going out there and walking himself into some danger that he don't need to be walking into. When you got a skill like he got, that's what need to be showcased. And that's what's missing from boxing. And boxing should put the spotlight on that more, because that's what the whole sport is about. It's what the sport evolved to, is the sweet science. You know, that shouldn't be downgraded as I guess some type of detriment. His whole thing is he should be going out there doing what he do and not stop trying to worry about knocking people out and outbox everybody. Who used to he'll play bass with Rolls Royce car wash, working at the car wash. Man, I plug a little bass, man. I plug a little bit of bass, bro. Yeah, man. Uh-oh, here it comes. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm anxious. He just need the opportunity, man. And that's the thing too. Oh, why are we talking about that? Jamel Charlo, Brian Castano. Right? All of a sudden now, biceps and shit and hurting and things and feelings and shit and constant questions and all that. Man, come on with that bullshit, man. Ain't nothing wrong with no fucking Brian Castano. You can't keep talking all that shit, man, and pulling that punk ass shit like that, man. All of a sudden, when he talked to Canelo and Reynoso's and shit, all of a sudden now we having complications about the fight, man. And anybody know boxing, knowing that it ain't shit he can improve on going into this fight or work on in the gym that's gonna make it any better for him getting back in there with Jamel. But on the other hand, it's a lot that Jamel can do to him. And he can't really prepare himself for it. So he's trying to knock him off, get him to get, lackadaisical about it, figure, well, I'll just this, that, and the third. But Jamel, to his credit, said, no, I'm staying in the gym. I'm staying on it. Okay, do that. Do that, young man. But the next time you get your ass in the ring with that opportunity, you better seize that motherfucking moment. I don't want to watch another fucking fight while I'm listening to your trainer tell you, man, you got to this and I don't want to hear none of that shit. You better go in there with the confidence and the know-how and the belief in yourself to know that no matter what I do in this motherfucking ring, I'm coming out of here victorious. That's the one thing I guarantee myself. You see, he got to have that attitude. If he don't have that and he going there with that old stupid shit like he did last time, he opening the door to the shit. And if he don't look back at that last fight and see how it worked out for him last time, and he come back and repeat it, I'll never mention Jamal Charlo again. Because this is an opportunity that black fighters don't fucking get, man. And if you got a second time at it, you gotta take that motherfucking run, bro. I'll be trying to kill Brian Castano. I'm like, man, shit, you ain't surviving the fight. Fuck when. you might not be going home tonight. Because I'm fucking you up. Man, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Fuck that shit, man. This shit is for real out here, man. I ain't putting myself through all that shit, man. Sparring all them rounds, getting hit all in the motherfucking head, boom, swap, boom, to the body, boom, boom, running all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Eating the right food, staying in it, keeping your man, come on, bro. Looking at the fucking fights, looking at, okay, what he does this, he told it, I can do this, I can do that. I'm not investing all that of myself not to get paid. I'm gonna get this. I'm telling myself, if I don't feel that way going in, I ain't going in. They don't need me going in. Keep my ass home. You wasting everybody's time.
Right. We
Man,
got
I
the
was
good
so
brother
disappointed
Troy,
after that
man.
first fight, bro.
Good brother Troy in the building. What's good, Troy?
Hey, bless up, man. How's everybody doing? How do I sound? Because my phone makes that noise sometime when I call it on the phone. I'm all right.
Actually, you sounding perfect.
All right, good. Yeah. Well, it was a lot to. I guess it's a lot of going on, but no fights. The only thing I could think of is we all know that Alvarez signed some 2-fight deal, right? And then of course we know White fought signed, but you know what's? And you mentioned something with Lomachenko. That fight is signed or no? Is that fight not signed? Or
Lomachenko pulled out of the negotiation.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because remember what I said on here? Oh, well, I've been saying it for a while. The most common sense fight is Haney and Kambosos. Why is that so difficult? I mean, that's as simple as waking up in the morning and washing your face and brushing your teeth. So why is that so difficult?
Yeah.
Why?
Exactly.
Because look, he came out his own mouth and said he wants all the belts. This man has one belt. You got the rest of the belts. He'll come to Australia, make the fight. It'll be the biggest. It'll be the biggest fight ever in Australia. It'll also be history making in Australia. So you take that win that you have with TO, and then you combine that with the fact that you made history in Australia. You will never die in Australia if you're Kambosos when it comes to boxing. You understand me? If he beats Haney, then he never dies. You understand what I'm saying?
Troy, hold on 1 second. Hawk, you trying to come in? You got to connect your mic and cam before you can come in. I see you. I'm trying to pull you up, but you got to connect your mic. Man. That's Hawk from Chin Checkers.
Yeah, man. I mean, because if you want to be a legend in your own country, these are the steps you take. You got T.O. fight over with. Go get Haney now, beat him. And then if you beat Lomachenko, you were cemented. You just surpassed, Jeff Finnick. You just surpassed him. And the only reason why he's that damn big is because he was robbed in the first fight with the legend Azuma Nelson, and then he got knocked out in Australia by Azuma Nelson. That's the only reason why Finnick is that big.
I like the professor, man. Azuma was a bad man.
Hawk, leave out and come back in. Leave and come back in. Hopefully it lets you come back. It should let you come back in. Go ahead, Black.
But yeah, man, and then the whole Dillian White fight, I'm not surprised that the man signed. I'm not surprised that he's being quiet, because in his mind,
you campaigned for this fight, Troy. You campaigned for this fight, Troy.
Of course I did, but what I'm saying is, why is everybody surprised that he signed?
Because it took him so long to sign.
No. That's just what you know. Who's to say that they didn't get the contract and they signed it, then they just let it sit there and they send it in at the last moment?
Well, I mean, word on the street, that's what happened. Yeah, it took a while, but who knows? You could be right.
Here's what I want. You let us know, Troy. Let us know what happened, man. That's your man's, man.
I need this from you, Troy. You gotta help me, man.
We need to know. What is Dillian White gonna do with Tyson fucking Fury?
I think this will probably be one of the most focused fights he's had since his second fight with Derek Chisora. Both of those fighters, Derek Chisora and White, when they came in for the second fight, they were in great shape. They were focused. And as you saw the outcome. I think it's going to be something similar to that, but expect a lot of holding from Fury in that fight. A lot of holding.
Yeah, I was saying a little earlier how I felt like
can Dillian White take a Tyson Fury punch?
And we had this conversation before. Listen to me. Tyson Fury is this punch. I believe. I'm the one that stated. No. I'm the one that stated that the reason why he doesn't hit as hard as he does because he doesn't plant his feet. Okay, even if he plants his feet right now, he's still not that big of a puncher as people think he is. Yes, he's a big man for sure. He's a big man for sure. But if you watch his last couple of fights, he's only knocked out and beat up one man. Derek Chisora was a TKO because of fatigue. It wasn't that he beat him from pillow to post. That was fatigue.
Hulk, turn your mic and camera on so I can pull you in, bro. There we go. Oh, that's Brandon.
There he is. He's back.
What's good, Brandon?
Not much, man. I got a little more time back. How you guys doing? Hey, Troy.
Hey, Brandon, how you be? How you be?
We still just chopping it up.
Yeah, you know, and just real quick, and then I'm gonna be quiet so Brandon can get his piece in. I'm real proud of the ladies, man, because the ladies talk less and fight more. You ever notice that?
So you were talking about that earlier.
Yeah. And if you look at the pay-per-view numbers now, they're starting to match the ladies' pay-per-view numbers. So pay-per-view ain't where it is. Give the people what they want, and you'll get them to come out. Right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, Troy, but I'm feeling somehow that I need to put some money down on Dillian White, man. I don't understand. I can't believe I'm saying this. But see, I can't do it without you helping me, bro. You got to give me what I need. Because I can't.
Crazy. This guy crazy.
I don't gamble, but just go 50-50 on both. That's the way life works. You got 100, put 50 on one, put 50 on the other. Or no, you know who has the better odds? Who has the better odds? Is it Fury?
I just pulled it up, and got gonna keep it.
I mean, Fury has the better odds because Fury hasn't lost. So he's going to be a heavy favorite.
Minus 670. Dillian White is plus 500 right now.
I don't know what any of that means because I'm not a gambler, so you can break that down.
Basically,
that means if you got to put $670 on Tyson Fury just to win $100.
That's a stupid bet.
That ain't working. That don't work for me. That's why I like that other side. See,
if you put $100 on Tyson Fury, you only win 15.
So
say that one more time.
If you put $100 on Tyson Fury, you only get 115 back.
Then it ain't worth it.
It ain't even worth that. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Did you say 115 or 15?
No, you get 115 back. You get your 100 back plus $15.
If you bet on Fury.
So, right. You know, it's better for us to bet amongst ourselves because all I do is make food bets because y'all could just order me food off of Grubhub and have it sent to the house and I can do the same for y'all. Ain't nobody losing nothing.
My man Hawk from Chin Checkers in the building. What's good, brother?
Yeah, salute.
What up, fellas? What up, fellas?
All right,
Yo,
all right.
I apologize for taking so long to get in. I was driving. I had to pull over real quick, man. I just want to give you a huge shout out, man, because we talk on a personal level, but I just wanted to show you eye to eye, man, the amount of love I got for you, because it would take a strong individual to go through what you're going through. So I just wanted to call you up, let you know, you're a fucking warrior, man. So, just wanted to call you up and tell you that in person.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
Definitely, brother, man.
Yes, sir.
For everyone, for everyone else, man.
Check out my man podcast, man. My man Chin Checkers in the building.
Yeah, man. So it's good to see everyone else in here. What y'all talking about?
Yeah, man. I subscribed to your podcast the first time we met, right?
I appreciate that, Playboy. I actually checked out your shit a couple times.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah. You had a bunch of a couple trainers on there. I forgot the guy's name, but I was.
That was Coach's Corner with Tommy Brooks, Marvin McDowell, and Thunder Robinson.
Yeah, man. I was checking it out, man. I try to catch everyone's shit.
Oh.
Hey, who you got tonight?
With who? Josh Taylor?
Yeah, we gonna start with him. We start with him. Who you got? Josh Taylor tonight.
Yo, I was watching film on him, man, because there's certain people I like, so I do more research on. He's not one of them. So I had to go back. Maybe it's just bias. So I went back and checked him out. He's better than what I thought. Tonight this should be a showcase right here. He's got pretty decent strength. physical strength, like manhandling people, very scrappy, tough guy, and he counters, he catches and shoots well. So I think he's gonna knock this guy out tonight, maybe in the later rounds. But if the guy gets reckless, I can see him knocking him out early. But the other guy, Chris Colbert's fighting, I don't know too much on. I don't know anything on him, to be honest.
Hey,
but I like
too.
Chris.
Oh yeah,
Chris is a bad boy, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What about Gary Antuanne Russell?
Man, I like Antuanne Russell better than I like him than his brother, man. And it's no offense to his brother, I just kind of like him more. You know what I mean? There's certain people that you just, it's no rhyme or reason for why you like him. You just like him. You know what I mean? So I think his brother's better than him, but I like him more. It makes no sense.
Chris is good, but he gets hit too much, man. He gets hit a lot.
Colbert? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I'm not too sure about his chin neither. You know, a couple of times he looked a little stung. I never seen him really hurt. But like you said, if you getting hit a lot, you better have that Chavez senior jaw. You know what I mean? So hopefully Chris can keep improving. You know, he does need to work on maybe his head movement a little more. But in terms of letting his hands go, he's an exciting fighter, man. Very talented, man.
He fights at 135, right?
No, I think he's smaller than me.
He's smaller? Okay. What do you have, 130?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he is.
I don't think he's going to be able to stay there too long at 130.
Yeah, you know, who's he signed with? He's with Heyman and them? Because maybe Tank and them will give him a shot. You know, what you think?
Hey, man, I'm willing to watch it.
Hey, I ain't going to lie. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's right.
Nope. Because guess what, man? That'll be. Listen to this. If people thought that Tank and Cruz was a good fight, what the hell you think Colbert and Tank would be?
Yeah.
That's why I sit up there. Last time I went on air, man, I said, man, this is no disrespect to Leonard Ellaby and them, but those motherfuckers know how to sell fights, bro. Cause they hyped it. Hold on, I might make the noise on. Yeah, cause them motherfuckers sit up here, man. This is my theory, bro, and I gotta live by this, bro. They knew Tank hand was hurt. So all of a sudden, here go allegations on Rolly that never go officially past Instagram and Twitter, none of this shit, right? Then they get a substitution. Cruz. Here goes little Ellaby. Yeah, man, this guy's Cruz, man. He's one tough guy, man. You can't look past him, man. And they kind of coerced us into not seeing a knockout. Like, I look for this one. This one might go there, man. And I'm over here listening to this shit. And the more and more I think about this shit, man, Tank is a fucking knockout artist. At this point, he was 25-0 with 24 knockouts. We looking for nothing but a fucking knockout, bro. We don't want to see nothing else. But then he get in here with Victor Cruz, and okay, his hands fucked up. So now he got the box, right? So he boxed him with one hand. He do the Gary Russell. He pulled off the Gary Russell. You feel me? He pulled it off though. But then everybody like, yeah, this Victor Cruz, this he's really good, man. He's really fucking good. Hey, get the fuck out of here, bro. Because I look back at this Victor Cruz, the motherfucker, the time before he fought then, he fought another trash can and went the distance. And these motherfuckers, I'm telling you, bro, they tricking us, bro. They hyping these motherfuckers up. like you say, man, we don't know these motherfuckers' background. That motherfucker had 2 losses already, bro. Lost already. Man, who the fuck was his 27 wins against?
Yeah. And Ryan Garcia wouldn't fight him.
You feel me?
Yo, he's a tough fighter, but that's really his that's what he is. He's tough. That's what he brings to the table. He's almost, got the same deficiencies like Tank physically because they're so small. I think he was 5'5". They're short, man.
He's actually smaller than Tank, isn't he?
Huh?
Isn't he smaller than Tank or shorter?
I think they're both the same. Either way, they're both pretty fucking short, man. And then when you're short, you're used to fighting a short guy. So I think Tank may have been used to fighting bigger fighters. And just if it came down to Tank and Chris Colbert, I think Colbert has the tools to beat him. I just don't think he will beat him. Everyone's got a plan. The famous quote, everyone's got a plan till you get hit. And when Tank hits these guys, show's over. Now, like you said, he may have had the hurt hand, but he also fought a short, tough guy that had the earmuff defense that wasn't willing to do much other than make it a tough, scrappy fight. That's not Chris Colbert's style. Chris fights with his hands down, very loose. Now, he may get hit. He may hit Tank a lot. But what happens when Tank hits him? Just like when Tank was getting hit a lot versus Santa Cruz, once he touched him, fight over. He was getting touched a lot versus Barrios. Once he touched him, fight's over. You know what I mean? Tank got that difference maker right there.
Yeah, that's facts, man. And plus that Cruz fight, man. It seemed to me like that was like a more of an in-house type of thing where they got 2 guys that's under their stable. Let's put you out there, get you some airtime, and we'll do it this way. I don't think he was really going for the knockout, and I don't think Cruz was really trying to get knocked out. So they had that going on in the background as well. And now another guy in the stable, here come Rolly. You see, they're keeping it going. So that's something to look at too. But Rolly dangerous though, because if Rolly catch him on the chin, that could get interesting too though.
Did you hear what Floyd said though? Did you hear what Floyd said? That what Floyd said out his own mouth. We ain't gonna make no other, company rich. We got enough fights for him to fight here, which is dumb. But Floyd said all his fights are gonna be in-house fights, so he's not gonna make any money.
See, that's why I feel like we need new promoters, man, because it's too much of that in boxing. Everybody want to keep things to themselves instead of, because the best matchups is going to be into promotional companies. It's always a fighter over there and a fighter over here, and we got to get them guys in there to see who really is what, and that, and everything. But nobody wants to take the L. Everybody wants that guaranteed victory and stuff like that. It's too much of that now. You got to be able to gamble more. Maybe it goes back to how the fans view you. You lose one fight and all of a sudden you're nothing anymore. So maybe that's part of it. But
that's my biggest problem with Floyd when he was a fighter. It wasn't his talent. It wasn't the fact he was defensive. I wanted you to fight the greats when they were great. And right now, my problem with boxing is exactly like my boy Troy said. I don't want you to sit there and coddle the guy. Let's get the best to fight the best, man. They way too many guys at this weight for these big fights not to happen. And I think what happens is when you introduce money into a thing where it almost becomes commercialized, now you get in a watered down whack product. And that's what boxing's been doing for a very long time. And it's going to keep losing interest and fans to MMA because of that. You know what I mean? I heard you Black Star saying you don't really like MMA, but at least MMA gives you the big fights. Before I get out of here, I got an interesting fight for you guys. I want to hear everyone's opinion on this. What about if Chris Colbert moves up and takes on Devin Haney? That's interesting. Neither one of them got that one punch power. That's an interesting chess match right there. Where y'all going with that?
Man, yeah, I like that, man. That sounds good. I'd love to see that matchup. But I think if it happens, since Colbert is a little smaller, and Devin Haney's been fighting bigger guys, and now he's on this power trip now. I think in somewhere in the middle of that fight, he would catch him, and maybe he would get that knockout he's been thirsting for at his own weight division, because this guy's smaller and ain't been hit by guys like that. You know, because he's like, that's all he talk about. Did how my power go? Did you feel it? What you know? I mean, he's too conscious about that, man. Just do your thing and let the chips fall where they may. You know.
Yo, I want to give you guys a huge shout out, man. Before I take, I gotta get out of here, man. So I just want to show love to all you guys, and I'll see y'all later, man.
All right, good brother. Thanks for stopping by, man. Salute to you, man. Check out the chin.
All right, man. Have a good one, bro.
Man.
Later, fellas.
Steve. All right. Watcher in the building. Watcher says the Colbert is shit. Oh man. Uh-oh, Watcher. We gotta send you a link, bro. You gotta come in and explain this one. Yeah, man. Good to see you, brother, from there, man. Glad you guys opened up over there, brother, and everything's good with you, man. Hadn't talked to you in a while, Watcher. Good to see you come through, man. But yeah, man, you know, it opens it up, man. And that is an interesting matchup, though. I like that too, as well.
Did y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I said,
There you go.
I said Haney would beat Colbert on points because he's a better boxer.
You don't think he would get him with the little power? Because like
he's not listen to me. He's not a puncher. He's really he's maybe a boxer puncher, similar to Mike McCollum. Okay, you remember Mike McCollum, of course, who he actually works with, right?
Yeah.
He had a lot of knockouts, and he had that great knockout against Curry, which fooled people. But he was never a puncher. His power was generated with the body shots. That's where most of his knockouts came from.
Yeah.
So
I'm just thinking, since he's smaller guy moving up, that might give him the power appearance he's been looking for, and catching him with a one shot, because Colbert ain't been hit by guys, a little heavier, punch a little harder, so we don't know how his chin will hold up. So that likelihood may exist, but I still think it'd be a nice matchup to see whether it happened or not, because the boxing skill would be fabulous to watch.
So what did I miss?
Maybe Colbert. Yeah, we're talking about my brother from Chin Check said, what would we think about Devin Haney and Chris Colbert fighting each other? How we see that going?
I mean, personally, I think Haney wins that fight kind of easy. I mean, I think Colbert has talent, but I mean, he's a small guy.
He got the speed, but exactly, he's small.
Yeah, I mean, I always say the bigger. If you're two guys who are really good boxers, the bigger boxer probably will win.
Yeah, I think he got a better shot of landing one punch in there that would change things, because I mean, Devin Haney has decent power. It just ain't on the level of the guys he's been fighting. Them guys have had decent chins too as well. We don't know what Chris Colbert's chin look like either. So the combination of the two could be interesting if they come together. So that's why I feel like that. But as far as them standing out trading punches, man, I mean, Chris Colbert can, he might can swim a little bit with him, But we'll see.
It's possible. I mean, to me, I think if I would have to think about it, I would say something like, I think Haney has respectable power. He's the kind of guy that he's like a Muhammad Ali kind of power. Like I can knock a guy out.
Go running there on him.
Yeah, like I can knock a guy out, but he doesn't have like Deontay Wilder one shot, one kill kind of power. But I think he has respect. He has the power. He has enough power to say, look, if I hit you with a 3-piece combo, you're gonna respect me. Now maybe I don't drop you, but you're gonna say, you know what? I felt it. And I think somebody like Colbert might be small to where moving up to fight somebody like that, that's power that you're gonna have to respect, because he is bigger than you. You're moving up, so I mean it'd be a good fight, but I don't know who I would probably pick Haney to win that fight though.
Yeah, I understand. That sounds about right, man. Especially going into the later rounds, man. It's gonna wear Colbert out being with a bigger guy like that long too. So yeah, I think Haney definitely pulls it out. Watcher says, what's going on with this Castano cat? Yeah. Hey, Watcher, you gotta hit the link, bro. Yeah, because Castano's doing some punk shit. Ain't nothing wrong with no motherfucking bicep, man. He done got to talking to Reynoso and them boys over there, man. That's what the situation is. See, getting a little bit of concern now. Yeah, but I mean, how you gonna undisputed, man? And just like Jamel said, I want to see the doctor's record. I want to see the proof, and that's fair. But ain't nobody offered a response to that yet. Now, why not? That would be the first thing I would want to do. I'd be like, yeah, man, I did this, but let me go ahead and show it to you. Like Wilder does, when he does it. Unfortunately, he do it a lot, but he present the truth that's exactly what happened. Then you got to say, well, okay, well, that's what happened. But I just find it very funny that all of a sudden now that's what's going on. But like I say, just like Jamel said, if his mentality is where it's supposed to be, then he's absolutely right about what he says. He only delaying an ass whooping. That's it. But if he go in that son of a bitch and he do that fugazi shit he did the last time, I don't want to hear shit else about Jamel Charlo. Nothing. I won't speak his name once. I promise you. I won't. Because he disappointed me so damn bad the last time because we campaigned for this opportunity for this guy for so long. Man, we got to get him in there, get on the studio, man. He got these belts, he need to get it, man. He's a dog, he do like this, he do like that. We did that shit for months, man. He finally get the opportunity. He gets in the damn ring at home, damn near, right across the street. And you go in there and you lay a fucking egg like that. There was supposed to be no question. He had this motherfucker wobbling around the ring round after round after round after round. Put this motherfucker away, man. Stop fucking around with this dude. Get his ass the fuck out of here. And that's what he needed. A guy like fucking Emmanuel Stewart would have told him, man. Stop, like he told Lennox, man, when he fought Mike Tyson, man, stop fucking around. Get his ass out of there. Boom. That's what he needed. Get this motherfucker. This dude don't belong in here. You beat all these fighters. You got all these belts. This your fucking division. This guy just got one title and came in here to your yard trying to get all this shit that you earned. One victory at a fucking time. He ain't getting shit fucking around with me. He hopping in there with me and I got all these motherfucking belts and you coming in with that one last trinket that I needed to complete the set? No. You taking this L, you taking your ass home. If you lucky. But I would have told him, like I said earlier, I would have told him, man, especially this rematch. Soon as he get in there touching girls, telling motherfucker, you ain't going home tonight. You can say what you want, bro. Sometimes that little psychological advantage might be all you need to put this guy in his shell, put him in his defense. Like, oh shit, he was talking about he going, oh man, what he going? Okay, especially if you hit him and you wobble him, that shit in the back of his mind. It's been fighters in the past have done that in fights. You tell him, like, Mike Tyson tell him, I'm gonna kill you. The dude thinking third round, you see guys cowering and shit, and give the fight away because they psyched out. You go in there like that and you let them know, all that shit from the last, scrap that last fight. That motherfucker don't matter. You come in this ring this time today, your ass ain't going home the way you came in here. I don't care who he is. If they get in trouble in that fight, it's sitting back here. It's sitting back here. And then you know what I'm saying, you take that upper hand, but you got to be that serious. You got to, if you're going to go out here and you're going to grind like it, I mean, you're running all them miles, sparring all them rounds. You studying all this tape. You're going through all this. You're applying so much of yourself for so long, and you're risking your life on top of it. So you got to be on your P's and Q's. You can't be on no shorts or no junk. You got to be on your shit. I'm not going in here half-witted with this dude, man. I'm going in here to destroy this motherfucker. And that's why I say that Marvin Hagler shit is that's the mantra. Destruction and destroy. Because I'm the man. That's how he used to run his motherfucking, he did his road work and he would constantly tell himself the whole time he ran. Destruction and destroy. I mean, when he came into that, he had what, war. He ain't playing, ain't no jokes being said. And when he got in that damn ring, the guy on the other side knew, oh shit, I done drew the wrong dude tonight. That should be Brian Castano, like this and shit. That need to be. What's up, watching in the building, man?
Good brother.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's
up? Yeah, I brought it up because I saw some reports of it. It's funny, the fight gets announced and all of a sudden someone gets injured. You know, how great is that? This isn't, you know, any other fight. This is for all the marbles. You know, this is what each guy has, as a kid, dreamed of. How true is the injury? I have no idea. You know, but I totally agree with the whole Jamel thing. I mean, look, the first time they fought, I thought Jamel would get him out in like maybe 8 to 9 rounds max. Because every time the dude hit him, it hurt him. Like, he hurt him with a jab in that fight. But I had no idea. Like, the uppercuts weren't there. I mean, I didn't see any of those. I don't think there was enough body work. I think if there was if there was more body work, he probably would have stopped him. You know, or may have found it easier to do it that way. But for me, Jamel is a better fighter in just about every single way. I mean, in my opinion, Harrison's a much tougher fight. It's a bigger guy who, you know, can box much better, who has decent power. It was more of a sharpshooter. And, you know, Castano, he's very, you know, he's very competent. You know, he's fast with his hands. But that really is his game. If you sit in the middle of the ring and you push this guy back, you won't be able to do shit on the back foot, but maybe wing the overhand, you know? And I'm pretty sure Jamel, with the experience that he has, he'll be able to read that. You know, this is not a tough fight for Jamel, really. If you really think about it and just, like, cut it open, it's not. I did hear Derek James in the corner, but I don't think he was as urgent enough as I would like him to have been. I don't know what was going on there with that. I don't know about Derek James at this point. He's rubbed off wrong on me a bit lately. Get this guy out of there. Get him out of there. This isn't rocket science. Just go up to him, be aggressive, be mindful of the counters, and do the business. This is it. Do not let anyone take this shit away from you.
Exactly. He got to lead the dance. You can't be sitting around letting this guy initiate anything. Anything he doing there, he got to understand that he is the dance partner. He ain't leading shit, man. And you gonna come out this motherfucker. Man, I ain't gonna get tired of hitting you. I'm gonna hit you till I fall out here and die in the ring. I'm not gonna stop hitting you. And you're not gonna get a chance to initiate a fucking thing. And the other thing is, I'm controlling when I'm in the dance. I'm wherever I'm in that ring is where I want to be when I want to be. You're not putting me nowhere I don't want to be in that ring. That's half the reason why the last fight was even remotely close in some rounds, because he would go and lean up against the damn ropes and sit there every day. You tired? Get your ass out here and run some more motherfucking miles. I don't want to hear this tired shit. You got to do what you got to do to get this damn victory. Do you want understand? Man, let me go to his training camp, man. Let me talk to him. Make him understand. Maybe don't know.
This is the same shit. This is the same shit we were saying about Sean Porter and everything. Because we look, a lot of us fans, sometimes we don't know what happens behind the scenes, but it would be good to know, because I remember when that fight happened, they weren't doing many countdowns, like many vlogs and many like documentaries of the fight beforehand. So I was wondering, like, how come they're not showing their training and everything? You know, maybe Derek James told them to get lost, you know, and because we don't know what's going on behind the camp. We get told they've prepared, they've done everything, they're so well prepared, and then when they get in the ring, something's not quite clicking. You know?
Hey, Watcher, you remember when you sent me that clip of Sean Porter and his father? And his father was pointing out the fact that he wasn't hitting the heavy bag and everything when he was supposed to be in training.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when we see the fight, that's the first thing that come to my mind, because when he fought Earl Spence, this motherfucker had 15 trainers, 75 sparring partners. I mean, this motherfucker had the eye of the tiger. He was just, he fights Bud Crawford and he's like, can I get some ice cream? Give me 2 slices of pizza. Yeah, I'm going to the movies. Then I'm going to go on a date with Sarah. And then I'm going to come back and eat me a bowl of chili. That's training camp.
Well, yeah, it looked like it because I'll tell you this: when he stepped in that ring, I thought he looks like shit. I've never seen his body look that bad ever. And for anyone listening, we're not trying to like put Terrence down or anything. We're just talking about Sean because we discussed this like well over a year ago. But you know, Kenny Porter told you after the fight what it really was. They asked him, and he said preparation. So, I mean, he let the cat out of the bag right there.
Yep. And then your video showed right there when the father was calling him out for dogging, they didn't train him. I'm like,
He
man,
deserved
what
that.
you doing jogging? You about to fight one of the so-called pound-for-pound fighters in the world. You know, a fight for your legacy, and you're not going as hard about this fight as you was for that. But you know, we already knew he's already out of there. He's Showtime, Sean Porter now. Look at my flashy suit. I look like a black leprechaun. Hey, look at me. You know, he already out. And he fought.
You know what? I respect Keith Thurman coming back because you know what? He actually looked pretty all right in that fight. He looked in pretty good shape.
For what from where he coming from, yeah, he did.
Yeah,
You know,
from where he came from.
And I like him in the division. I want to see him and Bud. That's the matchup that I really like to see because I want to see the cat and mouse game between the two of them guys. I think that'd be one of the best boxing matches of the year.
Man, I tell you, you know, it's going to get interesting because, you know, Errol's got the fight in April against Ugas as well. Crawford's, you know, sorting his stuff out with Top Rank and everything. Sean is now gone, talking crap about Ennis. Ennis got to fight Clayton, maybe. He's got to be careful in that fight, you know, because Clayton is
He's decent.
He's strong. You know, that's probably the best guy he will fight. Clayton's pretty good, you know. Probably the biggest dude he's fought as well. So, you know, it's not bad. We're not in a crap position in the division. You know, it's okay.
Nah, it's one. But I tell you this, bro. The Earl Ugas, I will be there. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, man. I ain't missing it. At my Cowboy Stadium, too? Oh, this is a 2-for-1 deal here,
Perfect. Perfect.
I'm painting the whole town Black Star out that joint, man.
Man.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. And there are some great possibilities of future matchups is what I like too in the division, man. And one of the best divisions in the sport, man, need to be highlighted a little more. And Big Brother coming back, Bud add a lot to it. And I like that. Bud, I love to see that. You know, throw Boots and throw Virgil Ortiz in that too, man. I mean, hey, you know, is them guys ready to sink or swim? You never know. One of them guys may emerge as the hidden gem. You know, because now even the fight here with Ugas, you got Stamonius, however you say his last name, I always mess it up. He's getting that fight with Butev with the WBA, whatever that situation is. I mean, that's cool. He got up there. He got the opportunity. That's cool. But these guys should be up there. And really, in my opinion, they should be higher than him. Somebody got some background noise. Is that they still outside?
That was me, my bad.
Hawkland down there, both Charlos ain't look good their last fight. Yeah.
Hey man, stop trying to blame me for everything, man. My mic was muted.
He said you're innocent of all charges. My bad, bro.
Troy, you in here, bro?
Yes. Look, I heard you talk.
Wait a minute. You came in for a second and bumped out.
I'm on mute. I'm sorry. Yeah. You know, I heard y'all talking about Charlo and Crawford versus Sean Porter, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, the Charlos are not that good to carry out all that stuff that you were saying. You know, maybe they're just not that good. I mean, think about it.
Come on,
huh? No, I'm not being facetious. You know, maybe they're just not that good.
I can't
think about it.
I hear your question, and it's a fair one. But I feel like I got the answer to that already by the fact of how he had gained all these titles to set up the Undisputed, and the fact that in the fight, it's clear that if he stays in certain situations, he wins that fight easily. And the fact that he didn't stay disciplined enough to stick to it is the part that makes me question him.
And that's that's the prime part of being a fighter. You could be physically fit as you want. You ever heard of the 80-20 factor?
Yeah, I figure all that, but
Yeah. 80% mental, 20% physical, right? Yeah. So as I stated, maybe they're just not that good. Now with the Crawford situation, it seems that y'all taking away credit from him. Sean trained for that fight. He made weight. He was in good shape. He didn't get stopped until what, the 11th round or something like that? Or when did he get stopped?
Yeah, it was late. But the
late.
fact is, he went all them rounds and he did not put in the work that he put in for the Earl fight. Why was there so much urgency?
Couldn't. You got to factor in that he couldn't. That's a different style, different fighter. So it isn't that he didn't put the same work in. He couldn't put the same work in.
In training camp, he couldn't.
No, I'm talking about in the ring. You talking about in the ring? He didn't put the work in, right?
No, I'm talking about
Troy. He admitted himself that he didn't train as hard as he did for the Spence fight.
Yeah, and it was
That's a bunch of nonsense. That's a bunch of nonsense.
The watcher sent me a video of his father criticizing him in training.
Yo, that's a bunch of nonsense, man. That's a bunch of nonsense. He didn't train right. Look, man, he got beat. Simple as that.
No, he ain't trained right, AK.
Come on, man. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
It's a video with his father chastising him for not training hard.
Listen, him and his father have done 500 training camps together. They've been doing it his whole life. Don't do that now.
AK, do you think he trained like he did for the Earl fight?
He looked like look at Sean. When Sean come in the ring, show me an inch of fat on him. That's all you gotta do.
How many trainers did he have in his corner this fight?
All I'm saying is give me something other than him saying it. Show me where Sean didn't look right.
Last time he had 2 boxing legends.
Okay, I got a question for you, Black Star. Did he state what he slacked on? Or he just said he slacked? What did he slack on?
They was in there hitting on the heavy bag, and he was taking shorts on him. He was like, "Man, come on, Sean, you over here slacking." And he brought me, and he knew that they was being recorded. He walked him right over there and put a silent light on him, like, hey man, you over here dogging. Okay.
I got a question for you. In the fight with Crawford, who actually threw more punches, him or Porter? It was Porter, right?
I mean, what kind of punches we throwing? I mean,
no. Who threw more punches?
That's not the same as being in shape.
No. But that's what Sean does his whole career. He throws punches. Come on, man. Sean throws a bunch of punches. That's what he does.
So what do
you mean a different type of punches?
In a fight, and I go in there next week fully in shape, or the next time fully in shape, and I throw 100 punches, I'm gonna get 2 different results.
All I hear is excuses, man, but I don't hear rhyme or reason.
You get facts.
I mean,
Facts. He did that.
Go to Sean Porter with it. These excuses that he came up with.
If I'm throwing jabs instead of power punches, I mean, I'm getting 2 different results, man.
Hey, man, listen. Sean was moving good. Sean was boxing good. Sean fought a good fight. Now, the whole stoppage thing, we can debate that and whether Crawford should have stopped it or not. We can go to that. But other than that, Sean looked like the Sean or any other fight. We're not going to do that. Let it go. He lost. Let it go.
Yeah, you see what's happening here, Black Star. You got me and Apostle on the same page. You know that the world is about to change now. Both of us are on the same page and agreeing with something. Lord have mercy. I think I'm gonna go. I don't know what's going on with the phone, but I think I'm going to the beach to walk on water after this, man.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, I only mention it because to me, I was a little let down in the, because why do, not just him, but any fighter, it seems, when it's time to fight Earl Spence, everything goes way up. The urgency. I mean, we got to, and we gonna, and it's just, there's this big push, we gotta defeat him. And then you fight another guy who's supposed to be at least as good or great, and you say, well, I just, I'm gonna go out here, we'll see this, what happens. I mean, what the hell happened? Where all the passion and the determination and the competitive nature? Where all that went? I mean, that's a huge piece missing out of the puzzle. You can't be no fighter and lack this. I don't care who you is and how much skill you got. If you don't have this right here and you're not bringing that in the ring with you, you ain't.
When did you not see it though? When did you not see that though? When did you not see it? You saw it the whole
sitting on his ass, looking at his corner like, damn.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Okay, what are you guys talking about?
What are you mad
Black
for?
Star trying to make excuse for Sean Porter losing the bud. That's what it all comes down to. He can't accept it. The man can fight Black Star.
I'm not going to go into no ring and put myself in a situation where I gotta sit there and look like that.
Well, but okay. Here's my only thing, Black Star. I've only seen a few of Sean Porter's fights. He looked the same. He didn't look different. He didn't look like he was, out of shape or anything like that. He looked like he was a guy that, the guy got the best of me. You came in, you fought me. I mean, it wasn't like he got swept. He was competitive until the punches started landing. It happens.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fight, it went the way that it went. That's not my question. My question is, his preparation before that fight does affect the outcome. That's my problem. You're not going to sign, like we say, when we sign these fighters, we want these fighters to go in there and do certain things. We want these guys to go out here and perform. Give us 100. I don't feel like he gave me 100. I feel cheated.
Well, why is it? Is it because he lost that you feel like that?
No, because he didn't train. The result could be whatever it is. But if I know you went in and like Evander Holyfield, the one thing I'm never questioning with him in any fight is, did he train? I'm never questioning that because I know. But this guy, I see a video of this guy dogging it. And I'm saying, damn, when I saw you preparing for this guy, you was balls to the wall. I'm going to knock everything. I'm going to kill. I'm going to and that's cool. I applaud that. But how you going to cool off now?
Well, I think you're assuming, but I think you're assuming he cooled off. I mean, I think you're assuming because, hey, your trainer didn't look whatever it looked like, that must mean this. I think Porter came into the fight as he always does. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, because I'm driving. I think he came into the fight exactly as he always does. I think he.
Oh,
that look, he's gonna get you out of there eventually. You're not winning this fight. So let's save you the beating just because. I don't think it had anything to do with him not being prepared. I think he was prepared for it, but it happens. Somebody's gonna lose, somebody's gonna win, and you end up taking another loss. It happens, huh?
Yeah, like I said,
this is a crazy thing.
Whatever it is, but
we over here talking about something that Sean Porter said out his mouth on his own podcast.
I'm sorry, say it again.
I said this is something. I said we were talking about something that Sean Porter said out his mouth on his own podcast. That he did not.
What did he say?
He said that he didn't go 100% in training camp because he wanted to save something for the fight. That's what he said.
Okay, I mean,
when you say something like that, and you see a video, and I saw the video before the fight even took place. So I'm saying to myself, damn, and you validated after the fight. That's disappointing.
To me, I look at it as excuses. When you lose, you can't say, well, this is why I lost. I didn't do this. You can't step into the ring saying you're ready to go, and then if you lose, here's my reasons for it. So
I got you. Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
you're right about that.
Take your L. I mean, like when what's his name?
And that's why when you
the guy fought Klitschko,
you're giving yourself hell then, so you don't have to pull out no.
Well, yeah, because because to me, I look at it and say, like, look, if you lose, just take your L. Like, if you start saying you lost because of this, and that, and you didn't do this, it just, to me, it's sour grapes because it doesn't matter now. Like when I can't think of the British guy when he fought Klitschko and he said, I broke my toe. It's like, dude, I don't want to hear that now. When Manny Pacquiao said, I had a messed up shoulder when I fought Floyd, I don't want to hear it now because now it doesn't matter.
I feel the same way. Brandon. Yeah, we were just saying that excuses that Sean Porter had brought up. But man, I feel the same way.
Yeah, I look. Just if you just say, look, I lost the fight. He was a better man tonight, and Mookie, keep it moving. Nobody has nothing to talk about. But if you start saying I didn't prepare for it, I wasn't training correctly, people started to say, okay, you're just sour, you're just mad, you're just hating, blah blah blah, and it doesn't matter. It's not coming off your record either. So just take the L and go.
Right.
I got a question for the panel. I want to ask. This is really for Black Star. Do you think that if Sean Porter would have said I trained 100% for this fight, would he have beat Crawford? I don't hear you, dear brother. Hello?
He might have stepped away, Troy.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, everybody on the panel can answer the question then. If Porter would have said I trained 100% for this fight, who actually believes on here that he would have beat Crawford?
I mean, I never had him beating Crawford, so he could have trained 100%. He could have trained 10%. The same outcome was the same outcome. So whatever fighters say all kind of ridiculous things. So if you want to blame your loss on not training for 100%, okay, you still take your L. I move on. That's my take with it.
Yeah, I don't think he would have. I never had him winning, Troy, but I didn't. Everybody knows Sean Porter get kind of sloppy in the later rounds anyway, so I just didn't think he was gonna get knocked out though.
Why not? Crawford has stopped his last 6 opponents, and he stopped the middleweight the first time he fought at 147.
Look at the last 6 opponents.
Yeah, I am.
Who were they?
Horn, Benavidez, Kavalauskas.
Okay.
I know Amir Khan was in there, and Brooke.
Right. So
right.
Out of what you just named, Brooke already.
And now let's
hold on. Out of what you just named, Brooke already got whooped by Earl Spence and Triple G. Who else did you name?
Kavalauskas.
Nobody. Go ahead.
Horn, undefeated champion who was really a middleweight.
Horn, he was nothing, but I give him the Horn fight because he went over there and beat Horn in his home. Okay, all right.
Benavidez was a top rated 147 guy.
Yeah, but Benavidez was coming off a gunshot wound. Come on.
No, that was actually from years ago. That was from years ago,
Still,
and he fought.
He ain't been the same since. He ain't been the same fighter since Troy.
Okay, tell me this, Baseman. After he got shot and he healed, how much effect did that have on the fights that he won?
Say what?
I asked you a question. You said he hasn't been the same, but he was winning fights, right?
Look at the level of competition that he's fighting too, Troy.
No, but he still had the gunshot wound. That should have took something away from it.
Man, listeners, we all know it's a difference if you fighting a guy that wash dishes at motherfucking Applebee's, and if you get in the motherfucking ring with Sugar Ray Leonard.
I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad you said that. Why don't we go look at Errol Spence's last couple of opponents now?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's run them back.
I'm trying to remember him. To be honest with you, brother. What he fought?
Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, Kell Brook,
Algieri, and a nobody that was in football in a football stadium. And Mikey Garcia moved up 2 weight classes, brother.
Hey, it's not Earl's fault that Mikey wanted some smoke.
Well, hey, what are we talking about, guys? I just got back.
I don't know what Troy trying to get at. I don't know exactly what Troy trying to get at, but the route you're going, Troy, you're not winning this debate. You gave the debate away when you did that.
No, I didn't. What I'm saying is that they fought the same level of competition.
No,
Both of them fought Porter. Both of them fought Porter. Both of them fought Brooke.
Hey, listen,
Crawford.
Hold on, Troy.
No. Hold on. Crawford just stopped them. Crawford stopped them where Spence couldn't stop them.
Hey, bro, to get that off.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Hold on. I appreciate that watching. I made a mistake.
Hey, bro.
Crawford beat Jeff Horn in Vegas. I said not in over in this country.
Hey, check this out. Check this out. Ugas has a better resume at 147 than Bud Crawford.
Ugas probably has a better resume than Errol Spence at 147.
How, Troy?
Come on, Troy, man.
Hey, listen to this. Listen to this, Troy.
He fought Manny Pacquiao. Enough said.
Listen to this.
Which puts him above Errol Spence right now, right? Puts him above Crawford right now, right? Yes, enough said.
All right. So one thing you just did, you just solidified Earl's next opponent.
Yeah, he got him on the menu right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we'll take that, put it in the back pocket here.
Yeah, good. And you know what, man? And I'm stuck. And you have to wonder why is he his next opponent? Where you got this man over here that should be his next opponent. Why is he his next? Why?
Man. He told, just like 2018, he told everybody the game plan. It's going down just like that. It's going down just like that.
That's not a game. There's not a game plan. All of them stick to the same rhetoric. Every last one of them. You got to get a belt. You cross the street. Blah 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 blah. Listen to me. I don't want to hear that when you can't make fights in-house. Until you figure out how to make in-house fights, you can sell that. You can take that rhetoric and do what I just did with the toilet paper.
The man said, I'm getting all these belts, then I'm coming for yours. He got the last belt on deck, and he already saying, you next. But you know what Bud said? I'm going to 154. Every time they get close to matching it, he got something else to do.
Sure, because listen to me, I can only go by the facts. There's been too many fighters over at PBC that sang the same song and fights never got made.
I'm gonna stop you for a second, Troy. You're correct in the rhetoric. You're not wrong at all in the rhetoric. It's the same rhetoric all the time. I cannot say you're lying on that. You're 100% correct. It's the same. I was talking to a guy earlier about it. It's the same rhetoric. You're spot on. Oh, you guys can't even hear me, I bet. Hello?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You guys, okay, I guess you can't hear me. Yeah, it's the same rhetoric, man. The people, and I'm not hating on PBC, but it's been the same thing for the last 5 years. Either it's Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, Oscar, or somebody didn't do this, or I'm going to call you out, but not actually call you, or I'm going to say this, and this, and then when you make a decision, I'm going to say how you're ducking me. It's the same thing. It's been so many years of the same thing. You're not wrong in that.
I got honest with you. I used to mentor a lot, and I used to hear this from the teams. They blame everybody under the sun except for themselves. Right now, if you this great big company, but you can't even get in-house fights made, why are you blaming the outside fighter for not getting the fight made? You can't get in-house fights made.
Where you know what? Troy, this is what I said. This is what I talked to a guy earlier, and he was saying about. He said that Bob Arum is stopping a lot of these fights happening, yada yada yada. And I said, well, look, if Bob Arum can stop you guys from fighting each other inside your own company, then you should be working with Bob Arum, because to have that much power means that there's a guy who's number one and you're not number one. I said something very similar to what you said. It's like if Bob Arum can do all this much, then you're with the wrong company. If he can stop you guys from fighting, then hell, why are you with PBC then? You know?
Okay, so how did Bob Arum stop Santa Cruz and Russell? How did Bob Arum stop Charlo and Jacobs? How did he do it? How did he do it?
It's not that. It's just easy to blame somebody and say, look, if I say this guy did it, then you look at that person. It's just deflection. Because the real honest thing is this. I said it earlier, you weren't here. If Al Heyman can come up with $100 million for Canelo, he can come up with $30 million for Crawford and Spence. If you can offer certain things to some of these guys who weren't part of PBC, then you should have no reason to not be able to make the certain things that are inside with PBC. But the problem with it is they say things.
Say, well, yeah, that makes sense. And it makes sense as long as you don't ask follow-up questions. Because the truth of the matter is, if you keep saying that Bob Arum is stopping you from doing so much, at some point, people look and say, you know what? If I'm an amateur, I'm going to go pro, I should sign with Bob Arum because he has so much control that what he does affects you guys. And with the things that you guys want to do only happens if he allows it. So I should be over there with him if he's that powerful. And now it's becoming a thing where you had Crawford and Porter. You're having other promotional agencies work together, and there's no arguments, no fighting, no fussing. And now people are saying, well, wait a minute, guys. If the issue was Bob Arum not allowing this to happen, how can we have Crawford and Porter work? And nobody's complaining about, well, he did this, he did this. The only person complaining is Crawford.
Well,
so it's like, something there means that now you're giving us excuses.
I got a question for the pro black man on here, Black Star. Why ain't nobody calling out Al Heyman for finding that $100 million for Latino? But he can't fight. He can't find $100 million for any one of them fighters. Look, he could take that $100 million and put on a blockbuster show with the twins, Spence and Thurman, and you throw somebody else in there, and then you could break it down like that. You give the people 5 top level fights in one night. So why nobody crying saying, wait a second, how he found $100 million for the Latino? We can't find no money for the black man. Why?
No, I agree with you on that. He should be doing that. I agree 100% with that. I mean, I don't see why he's not, because that's what he needs to do to make these guys household names and really get it out there and attach himself to the culture.
Can you turn your volume up and say that again, please?
He said, bro. That Troy can't believe I agree with him. But yeah, man, because that's what's going to make them guys a household name and attach themselves to the culture. For some reason, Al Heyman don't want to attach himself to the culture. And that's the biggest mistake he's making, because that's what's going to take him to the stratosphere. The next, whoever attaches to the cultures is got lightning in the bottle, man. And I mean, why he's not with fighters who are ethnic? That's the best recipe, because that's where you're going to get your fan base that's going to be loyal to support you, because you got something that is intertwined with what they're into. Even if they're not coming to watch the fights, you got other things that pique their interest. So you know what I'm saying, you add more value to it, and it's going to grow more like that. And then you're going to have bigger budgets to have bigger fights and more of these events like that, like it should be having, man. It should be bigger. Boxing should be bigger in the States than it is, man. And it's a travesty that it's not.
Yeah, well, let me talk to Basement, since he ran and put his avatar up. Why is it seems clearly to me that Al Heyman is reaching for the group of people that put that like raisins in their salad, their salad over here. We don't like raisins. We don't like no damn raisins, in our potato salad, man. You can put some paprika, maybe some Old Bay, but he reaching. Yeah, but he reaching for the the folks that put raisins in their salad, Basement. Why is he trying to reach for them, bro? I don't eat no damn raisins in my potato salad, man. And I don't want no oven baked chicken. I got an air fryer.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's something, man. That's good to see. But like we was talking earlier about that. We was talking about women's boxing and how that should be more popular and stuff, and that'll add something to the sport. It'll add to the fan base. If the PBC was smart, they would sign somebody like Carissa Shields, Amanda Serrano, fighters like that, and put them out there. Because some of these cards, man, when you got some of these guys on the undercard, nobody know who the hell these guys is. They're not even going to mount to shit anyway. But you got some cats here, that females that can fight, that need some exposure. If you put them in the cards, man, it packs it up a little bit better. You know what I mean? When you see it, I mean, because that's one thing that you got to give the zone credit. They do that with women's boxing. You got Savannah Marshall, you know, Kay Taylor, and what's the African chick that just won a title over there last week? You know,
I don't know.
Yeah, and you know, they're putting the spotlight on that, and they're making their cards better. Like before that, you know, we need to be doing the same thing. We got a lot of women here that's pretty good fighters too. They need that type of push.
Hold on real quick, Brandon. Now, Basement, it seems to me that you like raisins, man. You know, you like raisins, your potato salad, Basement. He didn't hear what I said the first go around. Did you hear what I said the first go around? You gotta get closer to the mic, Basement.
Raisins in my potato. What the hell?
Right. Because your boy, no. Because your boy Al Heyman could find $100 million for Alvarez, and he wants a certain crowd. You know what the type of crowd that's gonna come with Alvarez, right. But he can't find $100 million for none of the brothers that's on his his roster. So you know, hey man, you know you probably got some raisins in your back pocket now, man. You probably throw out the sunflower seeds. You probably eat, and you eat some trail mix. That's why you put your avatar up.
Troy, man.
Hey, Troy,
well, you know what? Here's the thing, Troy. Troy, you there?
Yeah, we here.
Yes, sir.
You guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm driving, so I like lose my signal. Here's the thing, and this is not me hating on anybody because I don't want to say that somebody's better than the other and this and that. I'm not here to say that. But here's the problem. The problem is for the last 4+ years, I'll say 4 years, a large group of boxing fans have allowed excuses. They've allowed the blame game to be a part of boxing. And when you ask a question about how can it dollars for Canelo, but they can't come up with money for these other things, you have to look at it and say, well, okay, Canelo wasn't built by PBC. Canelo was built by traditional boxing promotion, building a fan base, going out there, doing the things that are going to get attention. He was built by that. PBC has yet to build anybody that you can say is a bona fide star like that, because PBC
thank you very much
has done what they've done. But and here's the thing, you got to look at it, right? If you want to build a star, you're going to have to go out there and put in the work. And unfortunately, a lot of fans are now looking at things and seeing that, you know what? It doesn't make sense that Bud Crawford is still sitting there and you guys haven't picked him up yet. Why haven't you guys tried to get Clarissa Shields? Why haven't you guys tried to do this and this? And it used to be, well, Bob Arum, Matchroom, Oscar. But now it's like, well, wait a minute. Why haven't you done these things? Why? Where's your next level of superstars? Because right now you got Bud Crawford. I mean, right now you got the Charlos. You got Charlos and Errol Spence. They won't be there forever. Who are your next string of superstars that you guys?
They don't have no superstars. They have stars. I give you.
Well, no, I'll finish on this. Now fans are saying, well, wait a minute. We thought that we were defending PBC, saying all this. And now it's like, well, I was defending something, but it looks like maybe the people I thought were hating were correct. Because people said this for the last couple of years about PBC's business model. And now it seems to be the case. And it doesn't mean that they made mistakes, because I don't know what their plan was. So I'm not criticizing them for it. But now they got to make a decision on how they're going to keep themselves in business.
I agree with you, Brandon. I mean, but they don't have no superstars, man. They have stars. Look, they have fighters that should be superstars, like the twins, Spence. Thurman should definitely be a superstar. The same thing with Porter, because Porter puts out that energy, and he fights everybody. He's the only fighter over there that has fought everybody. There's not one fighter at 147 that has fought everybody except for Porter, right? Porter fights everybody. So I just named a couple of superstars. I mean, then you got dude, and Russell should have been a star and all that. Same thing with, you could take it with Santa Cruz. All these guys should have been on like Tank level and all that, but they weren't. Instead, you want to follow a guy that wanted to get pregnant. You know, you want to follow a fighter that want to have a baby, experience, childbirth.
Yeah, but it's also funny how Leo Santa Cruz waits till Gary loses, and now all of a sudden he wants to fight for that belt now immediately. But before,
hell no,
he was never trying to do it. You know, it's like, man, and you know, I mean, but it's some point to be made there. It's true, because it should have been some stuff that should have been made to happen for the best interest of the fighters within the stable, for sure. And that's what we talk about all the time, man. And it's sad that it's not like that, because, like I say, like Devin Haney should have been with PBC. He should have been hosting, like, BET fucking, what's the video shit? He should be tied on to the culture like that, where you see him on there, and then the young ladies that get to see him, the guys that get to hear him. A lot of these brothers is not really into boxing anymore, and it's really weird to me now, because when we was coming up, every brother knew a little something about what was going on in the boxing world, even though you might not have been totally in. Now these cats be like, MMA, that's all they know now.
You want to know the difference? Boxing back then had a passion to it and a purpose. Think about it.
True.
I could name from the top guy, the Sugar Ray, to a guy, let's say, who was a mid-level in a Simon Brown, but he was still known. Those guys came and fought what? Passionately. It don't matter who they were fighting. You knew that you was going to get a show. Good, bad, or other. You had guys like Freddie Pendleton, who had over 20 losses, but you know he was going to bring something.
Shout out
right?
to Freddie, man. Freddie's a good brother.
Yeah,
man.
see, guys like that don't exist no more because they Floyd Mayweather, oh man, this guy got a loss, and then you can't have guys like that now. You can't have different levels. Everybody got to be the same. And this is what I tell people, right? The reason why Mike Tyson could come out and fight your favorite uncle right now and wash away any of these dudes is because he was built up right. He's not a legend. Listen, he says the craziest things. I don't know if you saw the interview with him and Tommy Hearns, and when Sugar Shane was there, and he was like, Tommy, you go ahead and fight Ray, and after you done fighting him, I'm gonna have sex with him. Come on, man. Yeah. But that's what he said. But he could come out tomorrow and say he's fighting James Toney. People buying that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right about that, man. But you know who the mastermind was? Only
don't say no.
Only in America.
No, it was Customato that made him what he was. Don King only put him. No, he actually made Don King bigger. Don King didn't make him bigger because Don needed him. Don needed him. Stop it.
Who made the tournament?
Don needed him.
Who made the tournament for Undisputed in the heavyweight division? Then in the 20 fights run up into it, that built him all the way to the championship.
He didn't build him. Customato built him from the ground up. Customato.
Remember when he came out with
if Customato didn't train him the way he trained him and teach him how to handle himself, we wouldn't be having this conversation, would we? Don King came after. After.
Well, here,
he put the word out. He made everybody know.
I agree and I disagree with you, Troy.
Train the guy.
Because here's the thing, Kevin Rooney trained Mike Tyson more than Customato. Customato never worked a Mike Tyson corner doing.
No. See, hold on 1 second. When I say he built him. He instilled everything in him that made him mentally the type of fighter that he was. That's how he knew how to turn it off and on. That's how he knew the movement. He trained Rooney. Cuss trained Rooney. So come on, man. You can't.
I'm not saying. No, hold on. But here's the thing, though. What Customato did was Customato said, "Hey, I'm gonna get lightning in a bottle one time, and I'm gonna go for it as best I can."
One time? You don't know his history.
No, I know his history. He had Floyd Patterson, but you don't get lightning in a bottle one time because Floyd Patterson wasn't like Mike Tyson. The point I'm making is that what he did was that he helped Michael and he hurt Michael because he didn't hold Mike accountable as a person. So when Mike Tyson got with Don King, Mike Tyson assumed that, look, I should get and do what I want because Gus never punished me for these things because he thinks I could be champion. So I think he hurt and he helped Mike. I think he built Mike to a certain extent. but he didn't make Mike the superstar that he was when it comes to just his brand.
And that's
Boxer, I can get that brand. He didn't make Mike Tyson's brand.
Don King made that brand. He made that whole undisputed heavyweight title thing go down on HBO. He had the 20-something fight before that run where this young kid was getting all these victories and knocking all these people out, drawing interest. And it came out at the very end with all these heavyweight champions fighting each other. And that same young guy beating these other guys and becoming undisputed and having the crowning king moment that's it. That's Mike Tyson. That's when he got the crown. That was it. He was in the stratosphere because he was all these young guys knocking these guys. Oh, wow. Oh, man. He fought, Pinkley Thomas. It culminated with Larry Holmes, but Pinkley Thomas, Bone Crusher Smith. Who else did he fight going on there? All these great heavyweights that was up there. He was going.
Tony Tubbs, Tony Tucker, Frank Bruno, etc., Donovan Razor Ruddock, etc., etc.
Well, that's after the fact, but I'm saying the part that set him up in the very beginning was when he won that crown that first time, becoming the youngest heavyweight champion. And then
he fought Frank Bruno.
Yeah, but Bruno was a little later though. He was kind of champ for a few years before they fought though. But that was still a decent fight. It was hype for that too. But Bruno got handled in that.
Let me tell you this. He did give Mike some worries when he caught him with that hook. So, but I'll tell you this, the reason why he is who he is right now and that he's so relevant, we talking about Tyson, right?
Yeah.
Because we know him. He opened up to us. As much as we hear, you take a Floyd Mayweather and these cats talk all the time, the twins, Spence, Sturman, we don't know who the hell they are. Because they don't ever talk about themselves. They just talk tough, but they don't ever talk about themselves, do they?
And then the thing is, everybody knew Larry Holmes was the man, and this was like this new thing coming up, and the younger generation was attached to him, so they kept the young ones. The old ones was there because Larry Holmes, everybody knew him. That was a little more traditional. So you had you had new fans, you had the old fans. Everything was exciting, and it all came together, and it was beautiful, man. I got to give it to Don King on that, man. He strategized that thing to perfection.
And where's Brandon? Because Don King, in the history of his career, never, he never disciplined any of his fighters. He might have watched a lot of the stuff under the rug and made sure their names stayed clean, but he didn't guide them in the right direction. He cared about money. He didn't care about the damn fighters. Yeah. And just to wash away cuss like that, why don't you name me another fighter who trained the only two youngest heavyweight champions ever? Find me one. You can't, because they don't exist. He didn't just train the first youngest heavyweight champion, he trained the next youngest heavyweight champion. So that tells you something about him, that tells you something about him right there.
Cuss did his thing, that's to be respected. I was just saying, as far as the marketing and making him a household name, that was, to me, Don King. But
the truth is, brother, he was okay. I could give you that much, but other than that, Don King really didn't do too much of nothing. Only in America, he's a great promoter. He's not a good promoter because we don't have any good promoters nowadays. We damn sure don't have any great promoters.
Now I agree with that part.
We don't none. we don't have no great promoters. I don't give a damn who is who. None of them are promoters. Floyd ain't no promoter. Oscar ain't no promoter.
Jake Paul at this point is the best one.
Who's the dude over in England? He's what you call
Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Hearn. He's what you call, a glad man. He gets you stuff and he can get you to think of stuff, but he's not really a promoter. I can't say I've ever seen a promoter fight. Who'd you say is a promoter?
What was that? Jake Paul, Logan Paul, one of them guys, whatever that is.
Yeah, well, Jake Paul is Jake Paul's a dirty looking guy who knows how to use, social media. Him and his brother used to need to market soap because they look filthy. They just look like they just came off a mountain. They look filthy.
Man. Hey, man, but they added something to the sport, man. I like that part, and I like what they did with Amanda Serrano and what they try to do with Clarissa Shields. I like that part, man. And that's what's needed, man. And they recognize and then trying to do something about it and able to do something. So, hey, man, my hat's off to him. But I was trying to see if I could get that bout with one of them, man, because I was trying to get along the money train too, but they won't let all get in.
Nah, I got a son who would wipe both of them.
Yeah, but, I remember you saying that, man. Yeah.
Name is Malcolm X, so that tells you something.
His name is Malcolm X.
That's his real name, yeah, Malcolm X.
Serious business.
Malcolm X Graham, yeah, real name.
That's what's up.
All my sons are named something. I got a Garvey. That's my first son, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But Garvey got to come out one. Yeah.
And then my last son, I was going to name him, Nat Turner, and his mother was like, "You crazy?" So she named him something else,
Yeah, they go interjecting, man. The kid was destined for greatness.
Yeah, he would have got hired by nobody.
Yeah, man.
What's your name, Nat Turner? Sorry, no, we ain't hiring.
Oh yeah, all that stuff, man. But I tell you, bro, hopefully, something will change. We need some new energy. We need a new promoter, And I'm thinking like, and then that's the thing that's puzzling about Jay Prince. Jay Prince is working with Top Rank. He's pretty connected to what we call the culture. Why is they not marrying that together is what I can't understand, because he's the perfect guy to do it. And why he's working with Top Rank and not PBC. I just don't get all these.
Why don't he have his own? Why doesn't he have his own? Because you know what? Hey, you all got to. I don't know if you. I don't know. If you subscribe to my page or not, the Troy Graham Experience, right? But I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna do a show on the NFL. I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn it back to boxing. I'm gonna do a show on the NFL on why we still asking for jobs and stuff in the NFL instead of building our own league. I understand it's going to take years to do that, right? And planning and carrying on, but why are you still asking in 2022? Why are we still celebrating Black first in anything?
Yeah.
In 2020, why?
And what happened to the Freedom League? Because remember, the Freedom League was supposed to be just that. And all of a sudden,
man, we're not even gonna call it that.
Other leagues came out, and now you don't hear anything about it.
No. But you know what I hate? You got all these people that come on and say, "Oh man, I'm a billionaire. I got this money, that money." But when it comes time to unify and do something real, they're like, "Nah, man, I got to answer to this person and that person." So you ain't free. Exactly. I tell people all the time, you could keep that wing in your mansion. You could keep that plot of land you have. I'd rather stay in my little house and take care of my 6 acres or 12 or whatever, because it's mine. I don't want nothing from you. All I want you to do is respect me when I come to the table, because guess what? I got my own damn table and I'm choosing to work with you. I don't have to work with you.
Exactly.
Understand me? I don't have to.
That's it.
I'm actually doing you a favor because I'm bringing you some culture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's big facts.
And that's a lot of talk, but you know what, man? A lot of us don't actually think like that, and that's in boxing too. Because if we did, then let me explain something to you. You wouldn't be so many people complaining, "Oh, black this, black that, blah 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 blah." That shut up,
man. The psychology that the mental abuse has affected us in ways that we haven't even begun to even try to analyze at this point. Because some of the reactions to things are so crazy, we don't even respond to our own interests in the proper way, man. And that's very disheartening.
And then a lot of time, Black Star is not black, because if you look at it, if you got 2 white lawyers, 2 white trainers, right? You got a white manager, and you getting big fights and making $10-20 million. How you crying and I can't get nowhere because I'm a black? Shut up. Shut up.
You gotta make your own lane. That's
you can't cry to me if you're making $10 million and all that, right? You can't.
Exactly.
Unless you can find.
Yeah, man, for sure. I feel you on that, man.
And Basement over there, man, he counting his money right now. That's why he ain't talking to us. He in the basement counting his money right now. He's like, man, I ain't gonna talk to these fools.
Yeah, bro, but these fights getting ready to come on, man. I'm gonna have to dip, man. But I wanted to say this, man. I've been, didn't want to come on in the beginning because I know, everything like that. But my brother Basement, man, we know the situation and everything. But I want my brother to know, man, that through every step of the way, You know, I've been feeling the same thing you've been going through, brother, because to me, that's family as well. And I'm glad to see my brother standing strong. And anytime my brother need me for anything, man, you hit me up, bro. You're always gonna be there, man. You know, 'cause that's.
I apologize, man. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't want to cross no lines or be nosy or anything like that. I just don't know what you're talking about.
You know, yeah, but you know, let my brother speak to you about it if he wished, you know. But you know, that's some real talk, man. But I'm gonna have to dip. I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow, man, and do some of this tomorrow. I don't know, probably in the evening tomorrow. But
what's the name of your show?
Black Star Sports TV. I'm gonna put the notification up in a little.
Okay.
Bit. And
all right. Well, yeah, you know, I'm gonna go in there, you know, and subscribe so I get you. Yeah, so I can watch it when I want to watch it, and I'm gonna put an episode of that cartoon that you never freaking watched up there too.
I'm on that. Next time I see you, we talk. About
You've been saying that for 6 years.
6 years, man. Yeah, but yeah, my brothers, man. Peace and blessings to y'all, man. And check out these fights, man. And we're gonna get back together on this. Like I say, I'm gonna go live tomorrow, and you know, we chop it up some more. But like I say, man, respect to everybody who came through, showing my brother some love. Basic Boxing Talk, man. Help spread the word, man. Get the word out there about my brother's channel on Saturday, man. Tune in, check them out, man. Got one of the best panels on YouTube, bar none. You know, the guys that come through here know what they talk about in their own right and respectful way, man. They, you know, they got good points to be made and heard. So if you want to learn anything about the fight game or anything in general, it's the spot to come to. So peace and blessing to everybody, man. I'm Black Star, but I'm out.
I gotta ask a favor before you jump off here, Black Star. I just want you to hit it one time for me. Car wash.
I'll break the bass out next time.
Yeah.
Walk. All right, my brothers. Peace to y'all now.
Yeah, I appreciate the brother Troy for coming out. Everybody for coming out. Everybody that was in the panel. Everybody was in the audience. Watcher, Godbody News, Troy, good brother Black Star, Brandon, aka the Apostle. Everybody who came through.
Mm-hmm. You know, and brother from Headbangers, I forgot his name.
And my good brother from Chin Checkers.
Yeah. That's
good brother Hawk. Yes, sir. I thank everybody for coming through. This is another one we get in the bag. Next week, we have a lot more to talk about.
All right, man. Well, take care, and I'll be back. Same basement time, same basement channel.
Yes, sir.
I'll be here, man. I might even try and bring you know, Dean White with me. Never know who I'm gonna bring with me, man. You never know.
Appreciate it. Come on through, bro. We be right here, man. Wait on you.
All right, peace out, man.
All right, this your boy Basement Boxing Talk, man. We signing off, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Until next week, stay safe. Peace.